For health, NHF is here for you.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and the number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations. Welcome once again to the Sports Desk. And we want to big up to the people listening. We just want to take the time out to remind you that we are on YouTube. People always want a visual. So at Sports Desk Omega K, let's check us out.
Yes, indeed. Great. I'm Christopher Zidane Matthew, so you can listen out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything you want to get into, I watched the game on Sunday, but because it was St. Kitts and I know who Leon Bailey is, I didn't make much of it.
Right.
But then I hear people talking about it, and others are commenting the negative one that Leon Bailey not play against anybody. But I remember when Walter Boyd scored that goal that we heard from Simon Crosskey, it was a brilliant goal against Barbados.
The goal that we still can't see.
Yeah, people raved about it. It was a late winner.
Yeah.
And it helped us. It was Barbados, but they said it was great. And Walter Boyd had chopped up the little Caribbean player there. We rate it highly. So give the man him credit, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Jamaica people must stop this thing. So it doesn't matter. He had a brilliant game, and it's good because games like this can help to sharpen up and gain more confidence going forward. So when the man them do well, and praise them people. Same like only can knock them when they think them flop.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so the numbers, you know the numbers. 876-968-8117. I want at least 2 or 3 new callers today. So people always stop me. I was out on the weekend and people say, well, you know it go when you do road and people realize that in the place, everybody have something to say. Big up Preacher. Met Preacher for the first time last night. We met at a TV station. He was actually on TV last night while I was prepared to do my thing. So big up Preacher. You look exactly like how your sound boss.
Like a preacher.
He look like one of them nice, decent, upstanding man there. Big up Preacher. All right, we take the first one. Mount Salem. Hello.
Good afternoon. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah. Before I talk, but you just mentioned about that Leon Bailey thing, Mr. Matthews.
Yes.
About seeing in its own way, it's the same thing with this Steve Smith thing, you know. It's the same thing, you know. What they love talk about. He's not playing against any great bowlers, but the man have to battle who's in front of him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. They're saying he doesn't play against great bowlers. Are you saying?
No. Greater bowlers than Brian. Right?
Yeah.
But the way they seem, they don't seem like this. They don't rate these bowlers a lot.
No man, them not give them no credit, none at all.
They don't rate these bowlers a lot, Mr. Matthews. To be honest.
Yeah, sure. It's not convenience.
No, well,
it's convenient.
Yes.
It's convenient.
No, like Mr. Higgins, have you heard anybody talk about 2 or 3 great bowlers in this time?
When it conversation is about Steve Smith, no.
Exactly.
Far as everybody else is concerned, is me and your bowl.
That's the point. That is the point. And yeah, the man has to battle who's in front of him. And the next thing I'm looking at to Mr. Higgins, well, I realize you see cricket has evolved, you know. So the skill set that you need to bat, for example, Glenn McGrath, might not necessarily mean the same skill set you bat to bat, say, a Jasprit Bumrah, you know. It might not be the same skill set, you know.
Let me tell you something, my boss. And tell all of these people to put it in them pipe and smoke it. It's a T20 cricket where start play about 15 years now. It has forced bowlers to learn new skills that they never had before. Or they never used to practice so much before. So the slower ball bumper, they need to be accurate and precise in how you leg of the cricket ball because the ball will travel. I think bowlers have had to dig deeper to learn new ways of containing batsmen. And that skill in T20 cricket has been transferred to all other forms of cricket. I think batsmen have also had to learn additional shots. Some shots away as the batsmen are playing now. Batsmen 30 years ago never used to play them shots. Man a reverse sweep, man a dill scoop, Man a lap sweep, man a do all kind of something now. The
Yeah,
spectacle called cricket is improving. Not to mention the fielding.
You see the real life. You
Oh.
see the thing is, because we can say West Indies has declined, but other countries have improved.
Yeah,
You
we look at the facts the Western is a decline. I think world cricket. The
World
skills
cricket
are
has
declining. It's not true.
That is
Nothing no go so.
that is a mistake we are making.
If we agree that the standard of fielding has improved, me not think nobody can deny that. Man, I dive now, man, I go up on boundary and throw back ball and come over. If we agree that the standard of fielding is higher than it was 30 and 25 and 30 years ago, and unless we are willfully perverse, we must accept that bowlers have had to learn new tricks. Bowlers have had to be more accurate. The Yorker, the bumper, and this thing called cricket generally has improved from what it used to be.
Exactly.
Then man, if you stop talk rubbish.
I want to mention something about Venus Williams, but let me answer CC from Portmore first. Let me tell you something, CC. I have a lot of information about Brian Lara and Steve Smith. They're not because I don't mention them. That don't mean I don't. I watch both batsmen and I Google as what they talk about. I Google information and I watch the thing for myself. So a lot of records that Mr. Higgins don't even mention, I have them. When I last debated Diego, I was very young to this thing, so I get deep in it now. So for him to come and tell me about bowlers and this and that is why I keep telling these people that why I give Brian Lara the edge. It is not that far off in terms of the averages. And the one thing that people are, you see, even in Bradman time, Mr. Higgins, I'm looking at some bowling averages. Even in Bradman time, those people, their career is small, but their bowling averages is very low, even in Bradman time, So for Bradman to average 99 against those, they have quality bowlers in that time. But before I go, what do you think about Venus Williams? I don't think she should retire now.
Boy, she get liquid early out of the Wimbledon. Or so we know she lose yesterday.
Yeah, she lose yesterday.
She lost
in the first
yesterday.
round.
Yeah.
At
one point she was thinking of coming off. I think she had some kind of injury. Yeah, I remember now.
What do you think about it, Mr. Matthews? You don't think she should 43 years old?
Yeah, I think she had her chances when she wanted to equal the record or surpass the Margaret Coach record.
No man, this is Venus.
I'm talking
Venus.
I'm talking Venus. I'm talking Venus.
Oh well, she don't have no really legacy on the line or anything like that, so she can do what she wants.
Do they get money when them take part in a Wimbledon?
Yes.
So you think it is money? Is her motivation now, Mr. Matthews?
She has no great legacy. I mean, if she can qualify and perform, then she go ahead.
If you can make it to Wimbledon and there's money on the table. I'm not telling nobody for work.
Fair enough. No, because I heard you. Sometimes I heard you talk about Mr. Matthews that for them to be younger ones beating up them at certain points.
No, that's for the super players, man. We have them legacy at stake, man. Me don't want you. They dominate the entire world for years.
Venus would not be in the same category as her sister. Then.
No, my boss.
Oh, fair enough then. If that's what you think, then
yeah, man.
That's why I love this show, because you can learn from the.
So, for example, if you done as who retired recently for the Miami play, if he wants to go until 45, fine. I don't want LeBron James to go 45, man. Average 4 points per game.
Yeah.
No,
fair. That is a fair point.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at it like that. That's why I said that's why I love this show.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up.
Yeah.
MM from Kingston. Hello.
Yeah, my boss.
Yes, MM.
What's your line?
You are up now, MM.
You are in line, and you're up on the radio now.
MM.
MM, you're live on the radio,
And I am this, my boss.
Oh, Rooney. Oh, well. We thought we were hearing MM.
Yeah, we saw MM up there from.
Rooney, what's up?
Orville Higgins, you got yourself, Zidane Matthews.
Yes.
You win the argument, Rooney.
Main argument.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you again. You're the Brabless, whatever, you understand?
Yeah, the Brabless.
You always tell people make them points in 3 minutes, and 2 months now you're trying to make your point on the Steve Smith thing. I understand. Every day you come up with something new and all them things there.
Okay.
Orville.
Mm-hmm.
Reality of the situation is, may I talk some things Friday, I understand about the crowd that boo Steve Smith and them go out there the next century back a century and all them things there. Let me ask you this. Do you think Boone can help as a batsman?
Brian Lara didn't think so.
Let's ask you a question out there.
Yes, it can.
Can help. It can motivate you to do better, right?
Yes.
As well as it can tear you down. And
Yes.
you see me. After coming back from a ball tampering thing, thieving, cheating, I should say, not thieving.
You remember the context in which I
ask you a question.
No, man, because
After
we have
coming back
5
from
minutes.
cheating, yeah.
Because we have 5 minutes.
Cheating.
You remember the
Do
context
you
in which
believe the Boom motivate him? Or
probably it did. But remember the context in which
we all know. Eh?
You remember the context in which I spoke about that Boeing incident?
It's question I'm asking now, boss. A question I'm asking.
No, man, but I want you to remember the context in which I said what I said.
But no, you make it sound like this man is so good.
No,
this man is so
Rooney,
tough,
remember
this man is so strong.
Remember the context. Brian Lara was asked, what is your favorite innings? And Lara said, my favorite innings is the 200 when we make a Sabina Park. When the 230. When they asked him why, he said, listen, I was coming back from a 5-love in South Africa. They had threatened to take away the captaincy from me.
Okay,
I felt I felt that my whole world was crumbling, around me.
I remember.
And me draft for one resolving strength. Him say it is not the classiest innings I play, but it is the innings where me rate the most. I am saying that Brian Lara's pressure never equaled Steve Smith's pressure when he came back after that year of being banned. He had lost the captaincy. He was banned for a year. He was disgraced in the cricketing world, and he came back and made back-to-back century against Australia's biggest enemy. And if Lara can appreciate the circumstances around the 230, I want people like you to understand the circumstances around the man back-to-back 100 when he came back.
Hold on. You argue what me not argue, because at no point I'm thinking that Steve Smith is not good.
Him not gonna get the point.
No. Because you come on the radio every single day and I bash the people and I talk about Steve Smith not good. And I'm saying, who are these people who are saying that Steve Smith is not good? You understand me? You bash me because I say you compare a crab to a lobster. You think me call Steve Smith a crab? No.
What are you doing?
You have red lobster. You don't have no crab thing. Which crab brand you hear about? It's a metaphor, my boss. Come on, no man. You think me call Steve Smith a crab? They're off the sea, right? They're shell food. Which one is better?
When you were to say you're comparing a crab to a lobster, disrespect.
Oh, me disrespect him when is a metaphor.
It is a disrespectful metaphor.
Really, it is?
Yes.
Are they both shell food?
Yes.
Are they both cricketers?
Yes. But in the context of what you said, we're comparing a crab to a lobster.
No.
We know why you're not trying.
Crab and a lobster is the same thing?
No, they're not.
Crab and a lobster is the same thing?
No, they're not.
But they are shell food. No, they have the shell food group.
Lobster is seen in higher category than crab, my boss.
Exactly, my boss.
And you were
seen in a higher category than Steve Smith,
not by me, not by a lot of people, not by the ICC.
You saw me I talk about.
They're not true.
We not bash Steve Smith. We just have to compare Steve Smith with Brian Lara. Is like blaspheme, my boss.
I think it is unfair to compare Brian Lara to Steve Smith.
Is good. No, I'm not good.
It is
unfair. So you come on the radio every single day and you kill the people who everybody know that.
Who is killing anybody? You have a view. You try to kill anybody when you say Steve Smith.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Why is it when you come on the radio and say Brian Lara, I don't kill people?
What?
When you come on the radio and say Lara is a lobster and Smith is a crab, you're killing anybody?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
You have a view.
No, gosh, but you're going to make me talk.
You have a view, me have a view.
You have a view, but guess what you are do?
Yeah.
You are believe that everybody has said Steve Smith not good, and that is wrong, because people not do that. People not saying that Steve Smith is not good. People are giving him rating.
Where do you rank?
Just when you compare Steve Smith to Brian Lara, you say,
where do you rank Steve Smith as an all-time?
Be a legacy.
Where do you rank him as an all-time great? Where would you put him?
Where do I put him?
Yeah.
Me don't know yet. Him not done yet.
Oh, him not done yet.
Me not done yet. Me don't know what I put him yet, my boss. All I'm saying
is when Lara done. You know where to put Lara.
Then which me I put? Well, me think he was a big boss before him done.
Oh, you never know where you rank him until 2007.
I know Steve Smith is a big boss before. No, me know Steve is a big boss and him not done yet.
All right.
So what you try to say?
All right, Rooney, pick up yourself. You win the argument. We'll take a break and we'll come in.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
33 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Tracy, oh, you go give on now. You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can get some? No, go buy your own. Hey.
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back.
We do have
MM now.
from Kingston now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
man.
All right. Mr. Higgins,
Yes, sir.
you know, Brian Lara are by far my favorite cricketer, favorite batsman.
Yeah.
But to me, the most valuable player during his time in West Indies team was Chandapal. When did it become the norm not to value not out in Test cricket?
Since Dwight Chateau, them company radio.
No, it's Mondays. I
No.
can't believe when I heard.
Is MMA name, sir?
Up the road. Yes, man.
You said Sean Nepal was more valuable than Brian.
I don't know that I can agree with that.
It's debatable, but I see him occupying the crease as greatly important as much as Larry making the roads. That's what I mean. You understand? The not out in Test cricket is very valuable, not as much as runs.
No, but since both playing the same team pretty much, this is very comparable now. You know.
No, I'm not.
How often did Sean Nepal bat us to victories?
By the way, I was looking at something the other day. Brian Lara top scored 65 times while he was playing. Shiv top scored 60 times, you know, which is not that big a gap, you know. But I disagree with you though. That Shiv was more important.
So often in battles victory. True, but Zidane, how often did he save us from defeat?
No, we usually was not saved. We usually lose.
The overarching point I'm trying to make is still, you know, is that Test cricket is all about making a most runs that they can while not getting out.
Boy, I tell you something. If England didn't, if Stoke never out, if Stoke had remained not out at the end against England,
you could have win.
Yeah, but
England win.
But if you're the Stoke was not batting, not trying to be out.
No. I'm saying
he could have done that, you know.
I'm saying if he had remained not out at the end.
No, man. But in the analysis of the situation, he could have batted that way to be not
Yeah,
out.
man. Yeah. But
So
me I
remember
say,
that-
yesterday 150 had there. If that 150 had was 150 had
let me ask you.
England win the game.
Yeah, but if he no. He had to, based on the situation of the game, he have to attempt to score, you know.
I agree.
Yeah, so if it was just about blocking and just trying to save the game, then he likely could have been not out.
Well, he could have trust Brad a bit more, because Brad look comfortable about it.
No, man, Brad never look comfortable.
The point I make, my boss, if two people remain not out at the end of your fourth innings, you can't lose the game. That is the importance of being not out, you know.
So being not out is more important than scoring.
No,
runs.
I'm not saying it's more important.
We're not saying that.
I'm saying the value of not outs is if two of your batsmen are not out in the fourth innings of a cricket match, you cannot lose that.
I understand that. I still prefer the runs per inning still. I like it.
Zidane.
But although I understand not out.
You know, important and not out for top four batsman.
Yeah, man, it all comes down to the context of the game, though, Carl. In the analysis, you can't be just saying not out is
the inning.
because sometimes I might get not out and it means nothing, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, we don't see that often, man. You make 700 like when Lara make 400 not out. The not out wasn't irrelevant. The 400 runs.
Would you give me 30% importance there?
No, I believe it. You have to look at both, you know. We're not dismissing the averages, you know, like Dwight, you know. That's the difference between me and Dwight, who is just going strictly based on runs per innings, which I'm not. I think you can consider both in assessing who's better than who. So, so I'm with you, but me just think me like the runs per innings as well.
Yeah, man, but you see, Orville see it right, you know, because I'm one who play Grey Shield too, you know. You you can go out, your first ball, you get an in-swing in Yorker. And you're out, you dead,
Yes.
It's not that easy to remain at the crease for hours upon hours.
Big man.
No,
And
that is true.
yeah, so when them tell me say 20 out and 20 not out, is mean exactly the same thing. Me know say nothing can make sense in that.
Who said that?
No. That is what runs per innings does, Runs per innings tells you that you make 20 that innings in the game and 20 the innings and you were out both times. It's 20 is your runs per innings, Me make 20 not out and 20 not out. It's 20 is my runs per innings as well,
Yeah, but they're going to come with a scenario.
But me know say 20 out and 20 not out is not the same
that
thing.
scenario makes your argument look good, but they can come with scenarios where the runs per innings look better.
Why?
So it's going to even out itself.
There's a reason why the ICC them use average, my boss. Wisdom
There's a
ICC.
reason why when you walk out into the middle and you're on TV.
And there you average them at tell you.
Yeah.
Every cricketing entity that discusses batsmen, Wisdom, Cricinfo, you name me a tool where historically discuss cricket.
Well,
we are not your average them.
Well, I'm a man enough. So see, you said, but
right.
Once me hear good arguments, no matter who use something else, So me take the runs per innings.
Them not gonna use
absolutely brilliant. Me not have to use the Wisdom use. I mean, just think about it for yourself. I'm an opening
runs per innings.
Hold on a caller. You're an opening bat.
Runs per innings does not give consideration to not out. And not out is crucial.
Hold on, we know your point. Let me make a point. You say if I'm an opening bat and I'm great and you're a great number 6 batsman, you have the distinct advantages of being not out. If both of us are brilliant, me are gonna like it out far more often than you. So if you go by averages alone, you kill me there so. But you might not be better than me.
Well, what are the context of Steve Smith and Brian Lawrence? So we're talking.
No. I'm not talking Brian Lawrence. I'm talking generally, my boss. I mean, I talk about Brian Lawrence teams because me don't say me think me give Larry the edge. I think it close. So me talking about generally. So I'm a number 1, 2, and 3. You are a 5 or 6. And both of us great. You are likely to be not out far more often than I do.
But the number one, the batsman who's batting at number 1 is more likely to make.
That's why I am Zidane Matthews is balancing the thing. Orville. You want
therefore, when you find a man who has a large amount of runs, because I agree with you,
Yes.
The number 6 batsman will not have the opportunity to score as many as the number 1.
Here you go.
But he has a great opportunity
to be not out.
So when you find a man who is giving you more runs than everybody else, quicker than everybody else, but still getting not out more than everybody else, him has to be the man. Steve Smith done more test century at this stage than Lara did have. Scored more runs than Lara did have at this stage.
Yeah, man.
And I know like him about number 7 or 8. So even if the not outs will work in somebody else's favor, in a Steve Smith favor, the man I get 30th century in less than 100 tests.
He's great in both.
Yes.
Not out and runs per inning. So.
All right, gentlemen, before the time up, just want to tackle the shot to start team brought up the other day.
Which one?
Or the best scoring grounds, the top 5.
Yeah.
It seems that he got it's where iPhone information is from ESPN Quick Info.
Mm-hmm.
And they only bring into occasion they only calculated the first inning scores in that listing, right?
Yes.
And of course you saw in the top, it wasn't the top 5, it was really the top 10, you saw the 3 Australian grounds there. Mm-hmm. And if you look into it, it's from 2002 to now. At least from my calculation, it's at least 60 to 70% of the time Australia bats first on their own ground. Mm-hmm. And of course, Australia was one of the best teams during that period. So, of course, Australia is going to accumulate a lot of runs batting first on their own patch.
Right.
It don't necessarily mean that the ground was necessarily friendly or best for batting per se.
It is merely because Australia is such a great team.
Of course, such a great side.
And because they are going to play at home more often.
Yeah,
them going to well pan them pitch.
The majority of the time they choose to bat first.
Yeah, that's a good point, Carla.
These are the points I'd love to make to where I'm naming, but him not allow me. He won't allow that kind of conversation because I thought of that,
Mm-hmm.
He also said something else to Zidane about Steve Smith failing more often than Brian, and him not gonna allow me for counter
between
whatever he was talking about 40. Using the cutoff point at 40.
Oh, which is generally a good. You would say a good.
What determines success and consistency is usually 50. Not 40. In come with this runs per inning thing again. Usually, a batsman aims his first aim when he got to bat is to make a 50. Right? Is 50 your first real landmark?
Yes.
Steve Smith scores more 50s and 100s relative to innings played than Brian Lara. That's a fact. See? Steve Smith scores a 50 or 100.
Do I carry on a 40?
Do I carry on a 40 if you try to catch the public?
Which is good. Brilliant.
Yeah, right. And that is why I like the White on the program, you know, because he tries to go for stats. I like that. If I'm just make the tour with that.
All right, we got one more point before my time up, gentlemen. Orville.
Yeah.
When Zidane gets a bad for the cricket analyst.
Then if him sit down beside me, you know, Zidane help me to learn if he can talk basketball.
No, man. It was cricket not impaired sport, but Zidane, I can't see him hold him on from the other day, man.
Yes. May I say to you, before Zidane started doing this program, I was half and half with basketball. Like most of the Jamaicans, we used to watch it in a Jordan time, but it wasn't my strongest sport. He has helped me to see the game better. I understand it.
Okay.
I would hope I've done, not just for Zidane, but the rest of Jamaica in terms of understanding how to discuss cricket.
Nah, man, Zidane keep up, man. He can't commentate too much.
Yeah, man, that's so, man. So,
yeah,
man. Touch a commentary thing, man. You know what I say, man. Big up yourself.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, good. Yeah. All right, we'll take the final one before we
Wisdom.
Go to Just Bet. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Wisdom.
Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, man. You have 3 minutes. Shoot your shot straight.
I have 3 minutes. I am going to say Brian Lara at his best is better than Steve Smith at his best. Right? Now I'm going to give you what I think. Brian Lara has 9 double centuries. Brian Lara also have the 2 highest scores in Test cricket.
No, not true.
Right? Brian Lara is also the only one that regains.
He doesn't have the highest 2 scores in Test cricket, by the way.
Well, no. He has the highest and the third.
Right.
He is the only one that has regained the world record. Mm-hmm. And he did it 10 years apart. And as soon as...
Here's what I want to ask him.
Yeah, man.
You ever hear about a bowler? How highly do you rate Jim Laker as a bowler?
And I'm talking about performance.
Jim Laker has the world record for the most wickets in a one Test match. Oh, that is not a big thing.
Hold on.
The fact that Jim Laker take the most wickets in a one Test match, meaning he can bowl better than nobody else. Man, don't stop the rubbish with this highest individual score.
No. That is one Test match.
Brian Lara has the highest individual score in our Test match. Brilliant. There's another bowler who take the most wickets in our Test match. Brilliant.
No.
But me don't hear nobody else say the man will take the most wickets in our Test match better than anybody else.
But no. But Brian Lara has 9 double centuries, plus the 2 triple centuries, plus 1 triple century and 1 400, So it's not just a fluke, It's not just a.
We never said it's fluke, my boss. He's a fantastic player.
Remember, when Martin Hayden beat Brian Lara record, that was 9 years after Brian Lara beat Sober's record, And then 6 months after that, Brian Lara come back and took.
You're telling us things that we know, my boss.
Martin Hayden, yes. So it is. You can't just look on the 400 and say it's just a one inning. And not just a one inning.
You miss the point I'm making, as always. Every time you talk to you miss the point. I'm saying that nobody rates the best bowler in the world on the basis say him take the most wickets in a one match or somebody did broke him record and him bowl it back. None of that no use when we are judge bowler, None of that, none at all. If you ask a man, who do you rate as the best bowler ever? He won't tell you, boy.
No. Hold on.
We're not about how much wicket him taking and no one innings, my boy.
Orville, how much centuries does Brian Lara have?
Brian Lara has 30-something centuries. I think 34.
How much double centuries does Brian Lara have?
9.
How much test centuries?
You're missing the point. Here's what I want you to do, Wisdom. No, man, the break come. We have to run for just bet.
No.
We have to run for just bet. Here's what I want you to do. Lord Jesus, Wisdom.
Yeah.
Come tomorrow and tell me who is the greatest bowler of all time. And why?
It's not bowler we're talking. No, it's not bowler we're talking about.
No. I want to prove to you, Wisdom.
It's not bowler we're talking about.
I want to prove to you how very brambly you are at analyzing who better more than who. Come tomorrow and tell me who is the best bowler and give me a reason. And I promise you that you will realize how Bramble you are.
Run the most sub 10.
Lord.
But he's not the greatest sprinter.
Come tomorrow.
The fastest time.
Your time up, you know. I may give you an assignment. Come tomorrow and tell me what the best bowler of all time.
I'm not bowling here talk about Orville.
You know why you can't go to that discussion and we know why.
No,
we both know why. You can't go to the best bowler argument because it will show up the fallacy in our own reason. We're coming back after the break. Call us back tomorrow. Wisdom. We'll take a break.
Your home is your castle. Fill your house with exceptional home decor from Carmen's Collection. Visit our showroom at 112 Constant Spring Road, Mondays to Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The time, courtesy of Carmen's Collection, is 1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
England Under-21 manager Lee Carsley says goalkeeper James Trafford has a big future ahead of him and that his $15 million price tag is just the norm. Burnley have agreed an initial $15 million deal to sign the 20-year-old keeper from Manchester City. Trafford is yet to concede at the Under-21 Euros in Romania and Georgia after playing every game en route to Wednesday's semi-final against Israel. But he's yet to play above League One at club level after impressing in loan spells at Accrington Stanley and Bolton Wanderers. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
Isratech Jamaica Limited offers a high-quality complement of unique and sustainable products and services, unparalleled anywhere in the Caribbean and Central America. Everything agriculture, water, energy, hardware, home, and garden. From engineering and design, manufacturing and supply of product, consultation, after-sales service to implementation and maintenance. Call us today at 876-603-3946. Isratech, master the elements.
The J3's Ministry of Sports Puma National Senior and Junior Championships, Thursday, July 6th to Sunday, July 9th at the National Stadium, 9:45 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Up for grabs for places to several events this summer, headlined by the 19th World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary for the seniors, plus the NACAC and Pan American Championships for the juniors. Season tickets, $7,500. Finish line, $1,000 to $2,500 per day. Regular grandstand, $1,000 to $2,000. Online tickets already on sale at mysticonlinetix.com and at the National Stadium Ticket Office and the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel from July 3, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It will be 4 days of super competition, so be there.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Just Bet! It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game. From Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion.
All right, we come to the Just Bet feature, and Jesse Blake is there. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Orville. Good afternoon to you, your team, and the listeners. How are you?
Boy, I'm here. Here.
Very good. Very good to be here for yet another week.
Another day, man. Another
Boy,
day
I
on
tell
the
you,
right
every
side of the
day
ground.
above ground.
There you go.
Definitely looking forward to another great week of sports, my brother, and a lot of great bets that we can take advantage of.
All right. So let's start, and we start with CONCACAF, where there should be an interesting game between Panama and El Salvador this evening at 7:30. How do you see that?
Yeah, folks, the Gold Cup, yep, the group stage games are about to wrap up. I'm going to get to the real serious side of business in the Gold Cup shortly. Let's take care of this final Group C encounter, shall we, later on. 7:30 this evening. Panama having a dream run so far. They have a perfect win record till now. They've already qualified for the knockout rounds. They can guarantee themselves the spot of really the leaders coming out of Group C with a win. Meanwhile, El Salvador having a torrid run. They have not won a game. They've had one goal, only one goal they've scored thus far. Definitely they'll be packing their bags after this Group C encounter against Panama. And according to the Just Bet final result bet option, Panama is favored to win this game. Panama comes in at odds of $1.90, El Salvador to win at $3.85, and the draw at $3.40. Listeners, the final result bet option is another way to refer to this simple, straight up, basic option, which is what are the odds on each team to win? What are the odds on the draw? So you can place a bet on those odds. However, that's one, or the final result bet option is one of a galaxy of betting options that we have available for you at Just Bet. Yes, when you pop into a Just Bet location near you, or you log on to our very user-friendly internet platform, justbetja.com, you can take advantage of the myriad of betting options that we have available for the Gold Cup and all of your favorite sports. Well, let's get into what we call the correct score betting option. How that works, can you predict the score of a game, and that's the correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time? It can be very lucrative for you. Let's show you exactly what we're talking about. And do remember, if you think you can predict the score of a game, you can place any amount you want to bet on it. And of course, you can place a bet on any score line that you can dream up. All right? Now, some of the likely outcomes here include if Panama wins by a correct score of 2-0, a $500 bet pays $4,000 in winnings. If it's Panama by 3-0, $7,500 on a whole with a $500 bet. And if it's Panama 3-1, $8,000 even for your $500 wager. Now for El Salvador, correct score bets include if they win by a 0-0, a $500 bet pays $5,000 in winnings. If it's El Salvador 2-1, $6,000 available there with a $500 bet. And if it's El Salvador via the upset special, winning by 2-0, a $500 bet would pay $9,500 in winnings. Panama with already one eye on the knockout stage. I'm sure they're going to be making a lot of changes for this game to see what they have on the bench. Still, Panama 2-1 for me. $5,000 even with a $500 bet. Still taking Panama $1.90 straight up.
Panama 2-1 is exactly what I had in mind, my good man. So yet again.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, yet again we are seeing through the same lens.
Yes,
Indeed. All right.
Very good. Very good.
All right. So we're going to the Euro Under-21 semifinal. England will be taking on Israel in one of those semifinals. Talk to us.
All right, great. Now, Israel, they emerged victorious from the fiercely contested quarterfinal that they had against Georgia that stretched into extra time. The 1-4-3 on penalties. Here it is, Israel reaching the semifinals for the first time, with their previous best record being a group stage finish. However, two-time champions in the form of the Young Lions, England, could be a very tough cookie to crack. England, they've been flawless so far. They've won all their matches, solved the challenge of Portugal in the quarterfinals. They're hoping to end a decades-long trophy drought in the UEFA Euro Under 21 Championship. And what do you know? A good way to achieve that result is by winning their semi-final against Israel, and England is favored to do so according to the Just Bet final result bet option. The Young Lions of England, they attract odds of $1.36. Israel at $8.50 for the upset. That's very enticing. And the draw attracts odds of $4.40. We all want the greatest return for our betting buck. Let's then talk about correct score bets that you can place for this UEFA Euro Under 21 Championship semi-final between England and Israel, kicking off tomorrow, 11 in the morning local time. Correct score bets you can place include England 2-0, $2,500 on offer with a $500 bet. England 3-0, $3,750 in winnings with a $500 bet. And if it's England winning by 2-1, a $500 bet pays $4,000 in winnings. Now for the Israelis, correct score bets include if they win by only a goal to nil, $8,000 on offer there with a $500 bet. Israel 2-1, $13,000 available with a $500 bet. But if Israel upsets England by 2-0, you're looking at a cool $25,500 in winnings with only $500 work. But I don't see any upsets on the cards here. England, for me, 3-2 in a close game. $7,000 on offer with a $500 bet. Still taking England, though, $1.36. Not that great. So if you're going with England, definitely consider correct score betting in this one.
I don't know why I think England will just run through this Israel team. I haven't been watching a lot, but from what I've read, I'm thinking England should be pretty comfortable here. I'm thinking England 4, Israel 1.
Wow. All the way out there. I have to go to the correct score betting calculator for that one. England by 4-1 would pay $12,000 even with a $500 bet.
All right. You probably could take a punt on that. What's the third one you have?
Well, I have, wow. Okay. I have the third one we have is scheduled for 2 o'clock. It's the other semifinal with Spain taking on the Ukrainians, right?
All right.
So, yeah, man. So let's go for this one. Spain, they are so far yet to lose a match for UEFA Euro Under 21 competition, taking on a Ukrainian team punching above their weight in search of their first UEFA Euro Under 21 title. They are motivated as ever to make it happen. They lost in the 2006 final. Here are the Just Bet odds for Spain versus Ukraine tomorrow at 2 p.m. local time, folks. Spain favored to win, according to the Just Bet final result bet option at $1.71. Ukraine, the underdog at $4.30. The draw at $3.75. Correct score bets you can place on this game include, if it is that Ukraine wins 2-1, a $500 bet pays $6,500 in winnings. Ukraine 2-0, $13,000 available there with a $500 bet. Ukraine 3-1, $20,500 in winnings with a $500 effort. Now for the Spaniards, correct score bets include if they win 3-0, a $500 bet pays $6,500 in winnings. If Spain wins 3-2, $13,000 available with a $500 bet. And if it's Spain in a 6-goal thriller, winning by 4-2, a $500 bet would pay $25,500 in winnings. Quick note here, they played in the group stages. They're coming out of the same group. It was Spain that put, I'd say, an A- side all the way to a B+ team out there to face a full-strength Ukrainian team. That game ended in a 2-all draw. Bearing that in mind, I'm taking Spain to put an A+ team out there and beat the Ukrainians by 2-1. $6,000 even with a $500 bet. Spain to win. Healthy odds $1.71 straight up.
I'm going even more for Spain. I'm saying 3-1.
3-1 in Spain's favor would pay $7,500 in winnings with a $500 bet.
All right. Take us to the break.
Thank you so much. Yeah, lots to bet on, folks. Told you the summer was gonna be busy. Here we are at Wimbledon in tennis. A lot of great tennis matches being played right now. We have a new crop of players coming through. Some you may know, some you may not know so well. But if you place a bet, who knows? You can be smiling all the way to the bank. That's Wimbledon. We also have, of course, Major League Baseball in the United States, cricket as well, lovely cricket for both men and women. And yeah, a whole lot more when you visit justbetja.com or justbet location near you. We are asking you to get in the game and win big with us. Of course, Orville, to you, your team, and the listeners. From all of us at JustBet, stay safe, enjoy the games, my friend, and catch you come Thursday.
Big up yourself, Jesse Blake. We'll catch you on Thursday indeed. With that, we take a break. More to come.
That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
The J3's Ministry of Sports Puma National Senior and Junior Championships, Thursday, July 6th to Sunday, July 9th at the National Stadium, 9:45 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. Up for grabs over places to several events this summer, headlined by the 19th World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary for the seniors, plus the NACAC and Pan American Championships for the juniors. Season tickets, $7,500. Finish line, $1,000 to $2,500 per day. Regular grandstand, $1,000 to $2,000. Online tickets already on sale at mysticonlinetix.com and at the National Stadium ticket office at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel from July 3, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It will be 4 days of super competition, so be there.
Design your dream home with Total Hardware and Supplies. We have windows of all sizes on special. Doors galore. Choose from our wide variety of porcelain and ceramic tiles. Experience the best deals on sanitary ware, jacuzzis, shower enclosures, and baths. Just to name it, we have it all. Come on down to 2 Aiken Hill Drive, Pembroke. Call us at 631-7648 or WhatsApp anytime 507-0865. Remember, same day delivery available. Quality products, great prices. That's the Total Guarantee.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Hello. We come back after the break. Hello.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we
yeah,
give
you can rejoin us, callers. 876-968-8117. That's 876-968-8117. Today is the day we will know who Jamaica will play in the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup. I think they know where and the venue because obviously Jamaica is the second team and we know that. So the Jamaicans know where they will play, but they don't know who just yet. Okay. So Cuba and Canada will play off. I think Canada will win that game and go to 5 points. So if the game with Guatemala and Guadeloupe ends in a draw, then all three teams will be on 5 points and goal difference will make the difference. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be important that somebody wins that Guatemala game. So I don't think we will have a winner in that game, but you may never know. So that's I'm not sure when is the quarterfinals though. I'm not sure what the schedules are.
I'm not sure. Well, my question because may have high hopes on that.
Yeah, man, I have very high.
I think this team can do it.
They are gradually improving.
I tell you something. I watched the St. Kitts game, and yes, it's St. Kitts, and you can't read too much into it. But usually when we play teams like St. Kitts, we still not look like that. The team looked better in terms of their ability to bounce it and pass it and knock it and take. Probably the best game I saw them play for a while. In terms of complete dominance of I would love to know what they call it. The possession.
It was high, man. I think it was high 70s.
How often does Jamaica do that?
Not very often.
In terms of that aspect of it, granted it's St. Kitts. It was one of the
Remember
best.
the last Gold Cup we played at Caribbean, Mina, and struggled to break them down, you know.
That's how they go?
Yes, Junior Flemings had to come on and score a goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is now Preacher.
Yeah, man. Greetings, gentlemen.
Yeah, good afternoon, Preacher.
Boy, Preacher, I tell them, say, I see you last night and you look exactly how you sound. Very authoritative. Them kind of man, if you're a liquor boy and a misbehave and you see him, you just behave yourself.
I've been told that I look like a police officer.
Yeah, but then that's something, man. And, look like the regular liquor constable night there.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right, sir.
All right, I have a proposal for you guys. It's what I want to call a pick 10 challenge that you could run for the World Championships. It's picking the winners of 10 events. Really, I mean, you can look at the sprint, the 1, the 2, the 4, across both genders, the 4 hurdles, and add 2 field events in it. And open it up to your listeners and the person who picks the most winners. Your sponsors can perhaps give them
for which event?
The sprint, the 1 and the 2 across. We're talking across mainland.
No, man, I'm talking. You mean for the World Championship?
Yes.
And the World Championship.
Oh, the World Championship. I missed that part.
Yeah,
that sounds good, man.
Yeah, man. It could generate a lot of energy and interest among the callers. You know what I mean?
So we pick how many events?
You can look at 10 events. I mean,
10 male, 10 female.
Well, no, man. 10 events would be 20 total. So right, because you're looking at male.
Okay.
You're talking about the 100, the 200, talking about the 400, talking about the 400, and you probably can pick two field events to look at as well.
Okay, okay.
I mean, a lot of listen, there are 2 track and field times. So, that would be something that could get.
I agree with you 100%.
So let's just throw that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about the Jamaica team and how we played against St. Kitts recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of listened to the debate around the team's performance. Liam Bailey, by the way, was man of the match.
It's probably the best game I've ever seen play for Jamaica.
All right. Now, the truth is...
certainly top 2 or 3. Put it that way.
Yeah, man. He looked much more involved, much more relaxed, much more...
And him not try to too much panimon.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I've observed with Leon, and I'm going to use Damara Gray as the juxtaposition. Gray has eased himself into the team, almost like he's been around the team forever. He just came in and he was just like a natural fit. I think prior to this game against St. Kitts, Leon Bailey has seemed like he has been, like somebody who, them can play, but it's almost like them have forced themselves to play.
Yes.
And because them are trying to force themselves to impress or force themselves to do well, them look cumbersome. Them not look at ease in how them are play. That's what I was seeing from Leon Bailey prior to rather the game against St. Kitts.
Well, I just think it's about consistency for me, because as I said, when Paula took over, those games when we were praising himself and Ravel Morris, he was very good in those games, and he scored ahead at the national stadium. He had a good game there. I just think it's for Leon Bailey to be more consistent. It doesn't matter how we want to say twist it. He's a footballer. He's a top player in the context, top player in the context of Jamaican football. He just needs to do the right thing and play well. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But you see, part of the thing, and you can't avoid it, is Leon, the expectations that are put on a Leon Bailey, especially in terms of how he got into the national team. Remember, before he got into the national team, there was a lot of back and forth.
Yes.
And there was a lot of expectations being placed on the JFF. And then there was, so when a person has that kind of chip on their shoulder, sometimes they put themselves under more pressure than they do. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see him kind of finding his way. And I think the front three, I spoke about it the last time I called. I think the front three that we have gives us an opportunity to compete with the best in
Yes.
If the coach gets everything behind that front three right, in terms of the midfield setup and the defensive setup, Jamaica shouldn't have any problem transitioning further in the tournament. And I think we're playing in the Copa, the next Copa. We're an invited team for the next Copa. I'm expecting us to compete well, and I'm expecting us to qualify for the next World Cup because we have the crop of players that can take us there. I really don't think it's a problem.
You don't think the midfield issues will affect us when the tougher teams come? You don't think so?
I'm concerned about his commitment to having two defensive-minding central mid.
Well, in his mind, he has 4 attacking players on the pitch, out and out attack. That's in his mind, which is Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey. Who's the other? Demar Gray and Mikel Antonio.
Yeah.
And he thinks probably that should be enough.
Yeah. And the truth is, it probably could be enough. I always like to have that player who can pick a pass out of nowhere. That German U type of player that
Yes.
I always like having a player like that in and around that team because that player is somebody you can call upon at any point in time to do some magic for you.
Yeah.
When you look though, for example, at the Argentina team that won the last World Cup, and you look in that midfield, even though Messi did a lot of work coming from in midfield, sometimes the coach went with 3 out-and-out central defenders because of the confidence that he had in the 3 in front of that.
Yes.
So there are times when we can use Latibo there and we can use what's his name, the other defensive midfielder, and perhaps Russell together, given the nature of the game.
You want to use Latibo there, Russell and Lambert together?
There are times when you could do it if your front three are unsung. If your front three are playing that well. And all you need to do now is to stop the opponent from coming to you when they have the... You understand?
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit defensive though.
Player, it may sound...
If you have a lead, you do have the option. You do have the option, which is great. So
it depends on what you want to do with the players, how the game is being played, and how you manage. And that's the one concern I have with the coach so far. Even though it seems to be very clear on the changes that he's going to be making and when he's going to be making those changes and how he's going to be adjusting the team to play and to not lose anything when the changes are.
But the coach, why tell her that him play 4 competitive games and him not lose none yet?
Well, all right.
And the coach is going to also tell you that probably for the first time in modern Jamaican history, we have scored 9 goals over 2 games.
Well, contextualize that though.
We have played Bramble teams in the Caribbean before, man.
As I said, the last Gold Cup we played a Bramble team.
To score 9 goals in 2 games for a Jamaica team in competitive football.
No, man,
I have nothing bad to say about that coach.
I have nothing bad to say about the coach. I'm just saying.
I don't have much criticism to make.
No, I don't know. It's an observation.
All right.
The games have played, changes have been made, and when the changes made, the play drop. I've not seen the changes being made in a way that lifts the...
Yeah, but you can't blame him for that, you have a squad.
Yeah.
And you pick the squad based on what you know of the players. If the players let you down, then are you saying you should move from going to Nicholson and go to Whisper?
I would.
Because we must obviously the other day that it's a far drop off.
Is there. It's credit to the coach.
Yeah. No, it's yours. You make the point that it's the drop off is too far. Mikel Antonio comes off and you press it.
Yeah, man. I say.
Yeah. So maybe that's what you're talking about. But you can't blame the coach.
When you look at Bowser and
Burke,
it's
too far.
Drop off too far. But that is probably more credit to Antonio than disrespect.
Well, fine, but if
than knocking the coach.
It's too glaring to Orville, man, because you don't want something to Antonio, you struggle. So, but that's the point I'm making, Preacher. I agree. It's the Burke and Bowser, especially Bowser, who are playing at a good level, must improve my boss during this tournament. That's just the reality of this.
All right, Preacher, we leave it here. You're sounding a little muffled as yes.
All right, we take a break. We're coming.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Maintain social distancing. Maintain at least 3 to 6 feet distance between yourself and anyone who is coughing or sneezing. When someone coughs or sneezes, they spray small liquid droplets from their nose or mouth which may contain the virus. If you are too close, you can breathe in the droplets, including the COVID-19 virus, if the person coughing has the disease.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Music brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Prince. Prince, what him name, Asta? Prince Saj, Fully Jesus.
I may say you know the 405, you know. Fully Jesus. Give me the rhythm, yeah. No, make me thump it up and show them how we do it. None of them no bother, Father God alone I run the street. I could telescope, now read the Bible verse, step and repeat. Lyrically, me tally up and me never take defeat. Them never know. Say I'm a God I run and take the show. Me have my Bible, me take it, me speed it up and change the flow. Have it some, let me happy, feel let it go and make you know. You better lift up and repent before you make it down below. Bible verse, I wear me load up and you know the plan, me focus and for make it a heaven. Me the only one, so the nan, do this so different, me are the only one. Chosen one, Jesus never wrong, so unallow the man. Alright. Ready, feel let it go by yourself. If you make your listen to the gospel of the Lord, me I send it. Lift it up, you know, heavy. To the top, me I make it. Verbally, me drop it like a bomb, you better be steady. Hey, I know the jail alone, you better run before the throne. The gift of Christ, I feel your one, for make you be forever known. I feel it so this, no can't go leave the prince alone. Let the crown, then me bring it home, bully Jesus. No, make it so now, and no promo spirit. Move so fast, left them in a slow-mo. When my Bible are we able no catch it flow. No, oh no, don't hell, we never want go. When me say me move so fast, my brother, this and no standing. Some little boy things say them but to them a like a one matic. And the word I got me beat you with no this and no magic. You can't stop it, the word is squaring at the box like on a kick. Me have it full of faith, man, I God we no panic. And the gospel of the Lord I eat alone, me a traffic. Me have it full of power, we no join the bag of lip. Speak life for your life, me say you better go grab it. Bible verse I want me load up and you know the plan. Me focus and fi make it a heaven and me the only one. So the nan do this so different, me are the only one. Chosen one, Jesus never wrong, so unallow the man. And me I said to live is for Christ. But to die is great gain, you know. I want Prince and I Prince Saj. Fully Jesus, no make it so no and no promo spirit. Move so fast, left them in a slow-mo. When my Bible a wave, catch it flow, no, oh no, don't a hell. We never want go. When me say me move so fast, me ready this and no sonic. Some little boy things say them but through them a like a one matic. Had the word I got me beat you with no this and no magic. You can't stop it. Word a squaring at the box like on a kick. Let them feel. I mean say you know the 405. Fully Jesus. Fully Jesus, no! I mean, I say listen, Prince such a God's son.
All right, that was a nice bouncy one there. Sound young people from DJ Saj. Fully Jesus. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. All right, we got to Michael. That's Michael there online. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, man. What going on? Zidane?
You're here. Good afternoon.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they debate with you and such man not gonna work, you know, because such man I say want more money than that, you know.
Such man can find every excuse. We all know he wouldn't stand no chance. You know?
But man, I know man, if I listen to me, I say, I bet him around, I bet him say something.
We know. Listen, making noise and shouting is one thing, you know. Logical, hard. That man don't know enough cricket for argue cricket with me.
Know that.
Me know that and everybody will listen to radio.
Jay, from you
so
and Stratton I work me I listen to you, man.
it wouldn't be a debate. A man don't even watch cricket. So the little nuances about cricket. He made that dead like anti for cricket. He probably gonna choose the next sport, and he might put up a credible thing. But a man can't discuss cricket with me.
I know that, man.
Everybody knows
that. Me there bless up the man.
Facts and logic would have lick him from all about, and him just come out pretty the man.
I mean, now when me call December, come call last week just after MU, you know.
Yeah, man.
When I call December, when I drill me, so I just step on the phone.
My name is Michael, right?
Yeah, man.
We remember you, man. We will remember you.
Big up.
All right, big up, Michael. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Michael, that's a card for Mark the register.
Yeah,
make
man.
certain say.
Yeah, you go through the
when
mill.
the rule is going to be called up yonder, he shall be there.
Yeah.
All right. What are you know? Oh,
Wayne.
All right, Wayne from Portmore.
Good afternoon, Wayne.
Yeah, afternoon to that.
Yeah, man. We're there.
Yeah, man.
Afternoon, Orville.
Well, yes, sir.
I tell you, lose a pretty penny over the weekend, boy. I tell you, mojito.
Oh, you're gambling lows.
Boy, I tell you.
You put everything for mojito?
Mojito, man. Mojito.
A shipping port carry wide arm.
Nah, man, shipping port can't carry me wide, man.
Oh, you make it.
So,
You
remember
picked
to
up.
call
You
the
picked it up for
program
your
and-
own.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's true. It's true. You did call us and tell us a good mojito.
Yeah, I tell you, I go after such a long while now, me lose some terrible and bad. And as after the race done run now, yeah, hear some different, whole heap of different arguments. So this get stone squeeze and all them something there. Never fit on. I tell you, that's why it goes still racing.
Yeah.
Some real strange thing, as the economist said, some real strange thing happened at the track. Sat the gun. I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I came and I spark that for you still, you know.
Yeah.
So the football, I know, we look like we can win this Gold Cup as Zidane.
Yes. Yeah, man. We in the mix, man.
In the mix.
You have a brilliant goalkeeper, as you know. He has been doing this
Yeah.
stuff over the years. Good enough defensively, and we have a fantastic. We have some real quality up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hear argument now, so them the accommodation where them having where them get for now for where them already are now, why less than desirable.
Oh.
Was them get a good night's sleep last night, and I tell you, I don't know.
We hear that.
Let me hear it on some news reports, you know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So the hotel room them are some like them hotel room them did lock up for a good while, and them just the accommodation not ready as far as what me hear.
Okay.
Tell you, but one of them thing there again, you know. Wish them all the best, and I hope them do all the best in remaining of the tournament still.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah.
Although the coach might tell you, that the real focus is World Cup next year the qualifiers start. But winning the World Cup would go a far way in establishing the team and build a vibe and create
and it giving them more games. The further you go in the World Cup, it means you're getting more games,
more
competitive
time.
games. With
I would have met
full
the team,
squad.
the team gel, and the public rally around you.
Yeah.
So it would help.
Yeah, man. It would be big.
Talking about rally round, what everybody else rally left the West Indies.
They deserve to be left, man. They deserve to be rallied that.
No, sir.
It look like Scotland going to go through with Sri Lanka.
Yeah, because Scotland will beat Zimbabwe this morning.
That's how I go on, yes.
Yeah.
Scotland.
I remember the points carried over is only against the teams that you came out of your group.
Yeah.
So.
Big man, if West Indies don't do, I may suggest them for the few years now. That set up youth here where I play cricket now. Then we win a match here and win a game there and ting, but we will not be a dominant force anymore unless we do what me are telling ourselves to do. We have to make youth start love play the game again. Otherwise, we can just set with clock for them kind of disappointment. Yeah. Because the youth them way I make it through, them not special.
Not at
For the most part. It's too easy to make teams nowadays.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Some ordinary player.
Yeah, man.
Big man. In my time, when you hear say youth, when I was playing cricket, I hear say youth I play parish cricket. You know, sleep in my boss. Because you know him quality.
Mm-hmm.
You get the point I'm making?
Yeah.
All right, here's a youth who used to name Colin Buckner in my time. I got Mannings. And Colin Buckner could not keep wicket no better than me, but me come from one part of Westmoreland. Him come from another part. And the hub of cricket in Westmoreland was the part where Colin Buckner come from. So when the Westmoreland hierarchy would know him, they wouldn't know me.
Okay.
But Colin couldn't keep like me. But yes, when Colin get called for all Headley and get called for youth cricket, me just give up trying to keep him Mannings, because Colin was like a hero in the parish, just getting called to the youth trial. And Colin was a hero in high school. At that level, let me tell you people, nowadays a youth I play parish cricket and can't hardly hold bat. I'm still learn. And we expect that West Indies are going to reach nowhere. Joke. Joke.
Gone are the days.
Yes, indeed.
They are going to take in the big show.
All right, man.
As usual, bless up the man them.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. All right, who is there now? Augustus?
All right, man. As usual, bless up.
Augustus.
Turn off your radio, Augustus, man.
Yes, Orville. Wagwan.
Turn on the radio, Augustus.
Yeah.
Turn off your radio, Augustus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say yes, but I still hear myself.
Me see all the way I'm listening, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't stop listening to the program. But Mr. Man, we love racing, you know.
Yes.
Us racing, you know. You see? And what would I like? You see, man, them Mr. Sharp. Yeah? Would I like some more girl to come there racing, man? You know, but like, so it's like a fight.
You want some more females in racing?
So what about man are riding a race? I don't like going to Jamaica, you know. So what about young girls who go and ride on, you know, really?
Yes.
So in time Mr. Sharp coming on and you attack him now. They think a lot about thing, man. Make so what about girl come to the racing thing, man. You know?
How would he be able to do that?
If I announce it or something, man, do something to make some girl come to the racing, man.
Oh.
So some Jackie girl, you know? Right, you understand?
But why do you want to see more ladies in racing?
Yeah, but all right. It's like a fire. When they are fire motor, I want to see the girl ever ride. And some of that, I ride them on them. Yeah, some competition thing, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Why are you?
I don't like Guana too.
More ladies in racing. Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, man, for real, man.
All right, boss.
All right, boss. Respect you, sir.
Leave it right. So, Augustus, are the first you call?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Which part of Jamaica you call from?
Spanish Town.
Oh, Spanish Town. Big up yourself, then, sir.
Yes, sir.
More ladies in the racing, the man, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
For miles and miles of beautiful carpets and exquisite rugs to brighten your office and home, visit the Carpet Store at 18 Dunbarton Avenue off Malines Road. They install, clean your carpets, and add elegance to every room in your house. Call 876-649-0174 or come to the Carpet Store at 18 Dunbarton Avenue, because you deserve the best.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited Consumer Division.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call.
Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Decks, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it. Love it with BH Paints.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. And who we have now? Rollington Town?
Hello?
Yeah, Rollington, what's up?
Yes, what's up, Orville?
I'm there.
Yeah, it's Zidane.
Yes, sir, Rollington.
Why, I know you must be a happy man. You have, not probably you, but me, I have never seen the football looking so good.
Yes, man. Back-to-back games, scoring over four or more goals.
Yes, man. I mean, things I've heard you've been saying over the years seem as if they're coming to pass.
What is that?
No, man. Certain things about the football, about the way in which we're improving or not improving, and over the years they've been talking about.
No, man, we have recruited better now in terms of Premier League players with Premier League quality.
Anyway,
that's the major difference. Right?
Yeah, anyway, it's looking good.
Yes.
Orville.
Yeah, man.
Why, Orville, I wish we could have said the same thing.
About cricket?
Yes. Now, tell me something, Orville. The other day, Darren Sammy made a statement that he is in a position where he could use his, I would say, influence to get back certain cricketers into West Indies cricket. Now, I'm not saying I agree with that, but if he's capable of bringing back at least one man, do you think that he could bring back Sunil Narayan?
But if he could get back Narayan to play them T20 thing, I would be happy.
Do you understand? Or is he just saying this to make himself look important? Because he's certainly not a coach. So we know that right there, he's hopeless right there. So do you think that he could influence?
We don't know. Like I said, we don't know, and I don't think we should stop him from trying. Certainly, I think Narayan could still be useful. I think Hetmeyer, if him get him head started out, could still be useful.
That's the other thing. I
think Evan Lewis could still be useful.
That's the other thing.
Maybe Russell is the only one with a question side.
Jason Field is coming back, and I'm glad.
Yeah, he's coming back from injury.
Yeah, I ball that youngster there as having a lot of prospects.
Before him play test, before him injured, man, that brother the dagger reach places.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I hope the injury doesn't affect his progress.
First time I said that brother a ball, I said that boy are going.
Yeah, man, I remember.
You remember?
When I came on the radar.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I don't know
definitely, he had signs all over.
And this injury, you being out for so long, you never know what effect it will have.
You can never tell. It probably might have taken something off of
best fast bowling prospect we've had for years, man.
But the fact of the matter, Orville, is that, remember the talk about Hetmeyer being a problem to share up on the field of captaincy? Would that be good or bad? That would be good?
No, man. It's me that just postulated, because when I saw Hetmeyer captaining at Savannah Park, he did at that point appear to be doing his own thing in terms of helping to set fields and everything there. And some captains will like that and some won't.
He's a youngster that have that kind of habit,
No, man, but I'm saying some captains will like the fact that you help them out on the field. And some captains will think that you're trying to usurp them authority when you do that on the field. So, based on who we are.
I don't know, but I can't, I just can't see West Indies coming back at any kind of degree to have any kind of confidence
in
them, Because look at look at Puran. Look at the mistake that was made with Puran. All they had to do is leave Puran alone, make him go and play him cricket. probably would have broke some giant record already. Because that Puran is technically one of the best batsmen we have in cricket.
He was never captain material.
But he didn't have the captain material.
Yeah, but
and
maybe they couldn't have known till them know, because me never know that till me see my lead.
But then Orville, it was done out of for no. I mean, well, I just said they must have had their reasons.
Yeah, he was vice captain for a while. So but sometimes a man might look like him is captain's material until they put the heat on
Certainly
him.
not.
And
And we can be very thankful that he is strong enough to maintain a certain amount of self-confidence where his batting
all right,
didn't seem to be affected of the situation.
All right, Rollington.
Leave it there, Rollington.
Right now, Orville, we're in dire straits.
Indeed. Desperation.
Yeah, man, it's gone away,
Gone bad now. We have to lean on the football and Zidane.
All right, Rollington.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I would have got some text.
Oh, text.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Orville, tell him and him stop compare the big show with the clown show. Sports desk run things. My sentiment exactly. Mr. Higgins, this topic about Lara and Steve Smith. Can there be a cutoff point with these opinions? Getting bored, bring up something current. Might be boring to you, not boring to the people who are talking about it. Good. This Steve Smith versus Lara has been on for a few weeks now with no end in sight. My question is, who really is benefiting from it? Do you think you're making a bag of friends in Australia? I think your daily stop at nothing defense for Smith may be considered ridiculous to whatever few Australians might hear it, even if you're right. No Australian would go that length for a West Indian, no matter what, not even if the situation you hold was reversed. Kenny Rogers is saying that because I'm broadcasting largely to a West Indian audience, I shouldn't be pushing on Australia. Kenny Rogers, you wouldn't do well in this business. None at all. Because clearly your views would be determined by who you're broadcasting to, which is probably why you are not a broadcaster. Orville, you are better at talking sports, but Oral is more productive than you when talking sports. Why? Let's leave it at that. I'm better, but he's more productive. I think that is a Lara Steve Smith thing. Anyway, give me a next one, no?
Oh, that's it?
Oh, that's it.
All right, that's
okay.
it. I will move back to the phone lines now, and then we go to G-Star online. G-Star.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Where is the G-Star?
Back-to-back days, I'm behind following Rollington Town.
Oh, yes.
Big up yourself, Rollington Town.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Higgins, I heard you say, no, hold on. Let me get to the text. I texted yesterday.
Yeah.
A texter yesterday said, G-Star should stick with basketball. Texter, I don't mind you taking shots, but qualify your shots. Support your argument. Why? Why should I need to stick to basketball? That's a very weak
fear. I agree with you.
Right?
Me know why no, but he should tell why.
Yeah, say why. It says you're in a text. I don't even need to know your name. Just say why is it I'm talking Bramble. All right. I am continuing with the conversation I had yesterday, Mr. Higgins, about the 153 versus the 400.
Yeah.
Brian Lara faced 582 balls in that match, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the 11th highest all time. The 10 persons who faced more balls, they didn't make 400 runs. A man even faced 847 balls.
Yeah.
Right? I think he got like 374. Anyways.
Len Hutton, I think it was.
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Higgins. So basically, what I want to do is, I want to learn. Because...
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because as far as I know, 400 is far greater than 153. So what I want you to do...
Numerically, I agree.
Yes. So what I want you to do is, I want you to keep the same energy you had against Rooney when he's talking about Carl Hooper versus Vivian Richards. Right?
Uh-huh. No, your argument is a better argument. Your argument that 400 could be seen as a better innings to the 153 is a more credible sporting argument than Carl Hooper versus Viv Richards at batting. Anything.
Yeah, but I want to hear you.
Your argument is worth a debate.
Yes, and what I want you to do for us
yes.
is I want you to defend that 153. Why? Because 400 is greater than 153, so I believe the burden of proof should be on the person who is saying 153 is greater than 400.
Right.
So without further ado, can you tell us why?
All right.
What's the reason?
For those who understand and play cricket, the nature of a pitch is, I would say, 50% a determining factor in how batsmen will perform. Yes. I'm prepared to go 50%. I can look at the way a pitch plays at the start of a day's play and tell you whether this will be a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game. Unlike any other sport in the world, I feel myself getting into it now.
Go ahead.
Unlike any other sport known to man, the physical conditions of a cricket match is a bigger determining factor in what will happen than any other sport. Tennis, basketball, volleyball, football, the cricket pitch, boxing, the cricket pitch is a bigger determining factor as to the likelihood of the performances that you
and
see.
you're saying because they were on a flat pitch, right?
That pitch is widely known to be the best batting pitch in the world. I mean, everybody who follow cricket knows that.
Okay.
So here we are on the flattest batting pitch in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Against a batsman who at the peak of his powers, against an attack that, while not bad, you wouldn't argue is the best attack going around at the time. Now, and in our game, where winning wasn't a factor after a while for both teams. Both teams, I would think, after day 2 or 3, almost resigned themselves to the fact that no result will come from this.
All right.
When you combine all that,
mm-hmm.
and then when you look at the 153, which was on the 5th day of a pitch, and if you understand cricket, you will know that day 5 is usually the most difficult time to bat. The pitch by then would have been worn. The foot marks would have been on it because the bowlers would have been running up and down all day. Unpredictable. Yeah. Plus, the added pressure of Brian Lara now playing to win a game where the opposition is seriously trying to stop every single run. As opposed to the 400 and the 375, where after a while, England does a try hard.
They might wait for the declaration.
They
wait on the declaration.
Right.
Yeah. So, when you put all that into consideration, my boss, the 150 was much more impressive.
All right. So,
which doesn't mean that the 400 wasn't impressive.
Yeah,
the 400 is a monumental achievement.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Right.
All right. So in that first innings, right?
Yeah.
England batted for a total of 285 on that flat pitch.
They underperformed. By then, England were what, 3-0 up?
Yes. 4-0 up.
So, but
which one of them you at? The 375 or the 400?
The 400.
The 400, England were already what, 3-0 up in the series?
No, but hold on a second. So now we're bringing
and
other factors, but we're talking about the flat pitch and
no. I'm saying by the time, but you have to put all of this in context. England had already handsomely won the series. Mentally, I think the English people were.
Here's what you're doing, Mr.
Here's what I'm doing.
You're being very emotional.
I am.
Yes. You know what I'm being.
Yeah.
I'm being very logical. You know why? Because I don't care.
You don't care what?
No, I don't care who bat first, who bat second.
No, man, but you have to care.
No. I'm just going on logic because I'm looking.
No. But here's the logic.
285. He scored 400.
Let me work with you in a sport that you really do understand.
But I'm not going to go back to basketball. I want to stay on cricket.
No, because I want you to understand how an opposition can switch off, knowing say them already win a game. So I'm leading 90-70 or 90-60 in a basketball game. The opposition, the team leading might very well come off the gas.
Okay.
In football, I'm leading 5-0, and the opposite and take my foot off of the gas mentally. The team come score 5-2. I'm saying England were already destroying the West Indies. That 280 It's probably England taking them foot off the gas. What happened though is that after we send them in back, it's 405 with Michael Vance. Okay, we're not going to win the game though. And just batted out to safety. Hold on, we're coming.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue for all your tiling and classic stone needs. Call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
Today is the day to push past my limits, escape my comfort zone. I won't live within it. Healthy energy for my mind and body. Be all I can be, best version of me. I won't give up. No, I never stop. Boost me up, boost me up, boost me up.
One glass of Suppligent has 8 vitamins and minerals and is power packed with protein to maintain healthy muscle mass. The day is yours. Suppligent boosts you up.
Lady Vanessa Baker and team presents Stronger Believers Conference, the ultimate healing and deliverance experience for a holistic you, on July 8, 9 a.m. at the Worship in Faith International Fellowship, 55 Old Arbor Road, Spanish Town. Admissions free. Be empowered by our professional group counseling, gospel artists, and powerful messages from ministers, local and international. Invite a friend to share in this encounter and live in purpose.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
England batter Ollie Pope has been ruled out of the rest of the Ashes series with a dislocated shoulder. The England vice-captain was injured diving in the field during the second test at Lord's, which Australia won to take a 2-0 series lead. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at the Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, G-Star, you have a minute or two.
All right, so Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
Your major defense was flat pitch, right?
And the state of the game. It was a game where the opposition didn't have the same intent as they had in that 153.
No, my question to you about the flat pitch now.
Yeah.
How many other great batsmen have played on flat pitches?
Who will
and they don't hit 400?
And that is why I rate the 400 as one of the best innings of all time.
Flat pitch cannot be an excuse.
No,
it's not an excuse.
We're comparing 2 innings though.
Yes, but I mean, it cannot be a defense.
No, I think that the 400 is one of the best innings ever played in Test cricket. Don't get me wrong,
No, but we're comparing, man. We're comparing to 150.
Yeah, but
I don't want to get it twisted.
Yes, and I'm saying that 400, the minute Brian reached 200, the rest of it now is about what you call it now? Condition.
All right, I watch this. My question to you.
Yes,
How
G-Star.
do you know Bradman didn't play on
But
flat
G-Star,
pitch?
you see?
Do you know Bradman never played on
Hold
flat
on,
pitch?
G-Star, man. Let me make a point, man.
Yeah.
There were other situations where you had these sort of pitches, where batsmen got to 300 and decide to try and are 250 or 270.
Yeah.
And they wanted to put their opponent in to try and win the game.
Yeah.
Sufficient
Other
to goal
batsmen could have gone on.
Yeah, but in this case, we were so woeful at the time. We were on the verge of being swept. And the West Indies
when they try win.
Not really try win.
Lara broke the record and see.
Yes.
Well, that's their fault. That's not Brian Lara's fault.
But when you're assessing innings now, you have to take them things into consideration.
You see the 153? You see the 153? Yeah. In the second innings, Brian Lara was the only man to pass 50 on both teams.
No, fair enough.
You see that 153?
No, fair enough.
This was against an Australian team. That was the #1 team in the world at the time.
Zidane and Higgins, I want you to overstand this. He scored 204 runs off of non-boundaries, 190
on a pitch that was fairly easy for batting.
And he faced 580 odd balls. He was the sun hot that day?
G-Star, sun is hot when you play cricket most times, you know.
All right. And so he batted for over 10 hours. That is ridiculous.
All right.
So how can you compare 580 balls to 250?
All right. One day you'll understand why facing 500 balls on what they call a row, that easy batting pitch, is an easier feat than facing 200 balls on a tricky, dicey
All right.
pitch.
So question to you about Bradman now, Mr. Higgins.
Yes.
Did Bradman play on flat pitches?
I would suspect he did.
So you don't know, or do you know, or you don't know?
Every batsman who play long enough would have played on flat pitches. And you'd have played on.
So
you don't get to play 50 tests without playing.
Therefore, flat pitches cannot be as an excuse.
I'm not using it as excuse. I'm saying
it's not a defense. It cannot be a defense.
You are comparing it to another 100 Mabars.
Yeah,
I believe that 400 must be one of the best innings ever to be played.
Mr. Higgins, hold on. Do you know that 153 is 38% of 400? 38%.
Why I can't?
You're completely.
38%. You know?
Here, Mr. TG.
McCann.
In the second innings of the game, where Brian Lara scored 153, no other batsman on either side passed 50.
It was a tough performance. But that's like saying Dirk Nowitzki scored 40 points against Detroit in 2004 is a better performance than Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points.
It depends on what if Wilt play against him like a white man?
Because of pace of play.
No, man. Exactly. What if Wilt play against someone who have 5 foot, my boss, and him can't?
I can't help him.
But he wasn't. No, Mr. Higgins, you have to remember this, you know.
Yeah.
He did it against Test cricketers, same level, and he did it against England. Matthew Hayden.
No, man. Both we wouldn't attacks were at the same level, my boss.
Matthew Hayden did 380 against Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Big difference, and he got out, didn't he?
Yes.
400 not out. That has to be his best performance. But wait,
it up there, G-Star.
All right,
G-Star, but I disagree that it's the best.
All right, cool.
I like G-Star. He might try.
Yeah.
All right, St. Diego. I did see St. Diego in the machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, good day, gentlemen.
Yes, St. Diego.
Keep hearing a beep on the line. I don't know if you're hearing it.
No, we are not.
Okay, that's good. Respect your callers, the listeners.
Yeah.
And enough respect to G-Star. Yes, indeed, G-Star. 400 not out is a lot of test runs, any place, any time. And yes, it does take a little convincing that an innings of less than 200 can be better than a 400. That's a bag of runs, man.
It's a good argument. The argument is not Bramble. Yeah.
No, not at all. And G-Star's acumen in basketball is signed, sealed, and delivered. You know, is that pattern put on, we used to say. Mm-hmm. So if no need to really, you need to venture like cricket now. And yes, it's quite a pertinent question. Matter of fact, on the same bad pitch thing, I remember Sunil Gavaskar once talking about playing on a bad pitch. Mm-hmm. Pitch was so bad in parts that him decided to bat left-handed. And him say make a 30 yard. And him put a 30 yard the boy as, a good achievement.
Sunil left-handed in Test cricket?
I don't think it was a test match.
Oh, okay.
But it was a bad pitch.
Yeah.
And we know Sunil Gavaskar. And speaking of Sunil Gavaskar, he's one of the greatest of all time. And recently there was an interview with Ricky Ponting, where him sort of giving accolades to Steve Smith. Sunil Gavaskar once upon a time, he wasn't too eager to give accolades to Sachin Tendulkar. Both of them are Indians. And a lot of people take it that mark down Sunil for it, as a commentator. They think he wasn't so forthcoming with accolades to Sachin. So some people put a little selfishness, jealousy, petty thing to it. But it comes back to diplomacy. Ricky Ponting now in an interview might be glowing about Steve Smith. You see? Because him don't want to reach Sunil, reach him.
I don't remember Sunil. I remember Sunil being very complimentary of Sachin all the time.
I'm
not sure what that is.
Not to the ultimate. So Ricky Ponting and Greg Chappell are better Australian batsmen than Smith. No, you're not to say about me.
No. You said that as if it's fact. Based on what?
My opinion.
Oh, it's your opinion. Which
of batting acumen, yes.
Which I don't know why you would come to an
Ricky
opinion.
Ponting to say, boy, me better than Steve Smith. Zidane, I love listening to BBC.
Yes.
It was about Friday or Saturday. I was listening to BBC. And they had an interview with that number one tennis player in the world, Djokovic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sabrina, whatever. Yeah, and he was I think he just win Wimbledon or something like that. But anyhow, the reporter put it to him. He not even asked him. The reporter put it to him that he's the GOAT. So, boy, you're the greatest player of all time. And you know where Djokovic respond? He humbly declined the title. Matter of fact, he said, and this was...
Who that said that to?
Novak Djokovic is talking.
Oh, okay.
And he said, no, he declined it. And he said it was out of regard and respect to the other greats, greats of the past. Well, just the other greats, not just of the past.
Here's the thing with Ricky Ponting.
Matter of fact, he's going to say his daughter have another tennis player as her favorite, and his son have Nadal as his favorite.
Yes.
So he wasn't even the favorite of his own family.
But Ricky Ponting, though, when Ricky Ponting was boiling down why he think Steve Smith is the second best Australian behind Brad, it wasn't just a statement, He went into
I understand that.
He went into detail to explain why.
Right.
So it's not just a statement where him say, boy,
which will foster his credibility as an analyst,
There you go.
With bigger.
Right.
I've long said that Muhammad Ali is the all-time greatest sportsman for the simple reason that, and is the only man entitled to say that I'm the greatest. For the simple reason that him locked himself in a 10-foot ring. And I name the guys him do it with. Kenny Norton, Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Leon Spinks, even Trevor Berbick. Oh, by the way, Orville, you mentioned Jim Laker.
Yes.
As a player with the most wickets in a test match.
Yes.
I think Laker was one of the bowlers I mentioned who bowled to Gary Sobers.
Oh.
And speaking of Gary Sobers again, Gary Sobers, Viv Richards, and Brian Lara are three West Indians better than Steve Smith. Sachin Tendulkar is an Indian better than Smith.
Yeah.
So if you test me, you can find a bag of thing there. And finally, I touch on the Dwight. Sorry, not the Dwight Chateau, the G-Star point already. Yes, great point, G-Star. Respect to Augustus out of Spain. Same one to say more female jockeys at Cape Manners. And finally, Shy Hope. I seen my Sunday Glean at the front page. Shy Hope at a loss about the World Cup failure.
Yeah, he's questioning the attitude of the players.
Yeah, him saying that a lot. Him don't have an answer to it,
Yeah.
Him can't pinpoint what went wrong. But so that is a case of crosses.
All
right. Like when Jonah was on the ship, and the man said crosses on the ship, or when Moses and Badger can tell about this. That's why we love Badger on the show, and Evangelist. When Moses was leaving Egypt, they must say somebody steal some things from the Egyptian, and it was causing crosses and things. So it might have been crosses. I think the greatest mistake that Hope made was saying when the selector gave him Hetmeyer, himself don't want Hetmeyer on the side. I think that is what backfired on him. Not necessarily just the man runs and what it would make, but just the spirit of things. It's so the Father work. So Evangelist and Badger, yes, God is working on Omega Radio.
Okay.
Good.
All right, the Father is working. Hello. Who do we have now?
Hello, my time?
Coolant.
Oh, yeah, man. Afternoon.
Yes. Yes, Coolant. What's up?
Didn't realize. Orville.
Yes, sir.
You rate Steve Smith over Brian Lara, yes?
Yes.
And one of the reasons why you rate Steve Smith over Brian Lara is his average, is it not?
Yes.
So when somebody said them rate Lara over Steve Smith, and them list one of the reasons being that he scores more in an inning than Steve Smith, why you need them to prove to you that can apply throughout? Because why you don't rate Kumar Sangakkara, for example, over Viv Richards? Doesn't he have a higher average?
Because Kumar Sangakkara would have stuffed that average.
No, because there are other reasons why you rate Steve Smith. Isn't that correct? The average is just one of the reasons. That's the point I'm making.
Yes.
So if someone lists one reason and you want them to stop in their tracks, they go prove to you
I said the question.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair because you're throwing off the colours.
No. The fact that Brian Lara has the world record in batting is a great achievement.
Of course, and that's just one reason.
Yeah, but I don't think that should be part of our conversation as to determine who better than.
No, how you mean? But if you,
I
but
don't.
you list out,
no.
But you list. I remember when you come and list all of the reasons why you think.
Yeah, man. But
better.
I think the reasons that when we list are more rational reasons.
No, man. No, but you can't stop a caller to determine that.
No, we can't stop it. Put it this way: if you have taken 15 wickets in our test match, and I have taken 14 as my highest, that is no reason at all to say you're better than me.
No, if they're by the break catcher, man.
Yeah, the break catcher. Hold on,
I know that.
Yeah.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not instant, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit in the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
If you need a prescription filled, Gold Line Pharmacy at Main Street, Chapelton, Clarendon guarantees fast service at a great price. You will find gifts, household items, cosmetics, and stationery too. When you are looking for fast, friendly service, visit Gold Line Pharmacy, Main Street, Chapelton, 876-785-0128. We are caring beyond prescriptions. Gold Line Pharmacy, the name you can trust. Serving our clients is our first responsibility.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man, cool, and we're back with you. Hello?
Oh, yes, back?
Yeah, man, we're back with you. Here's a difference, Cooler. When I tell you that I use averages as a main factor, averages tells me what you do over a career. When you point out that my highest score is the world record, what you're telling me is one innings. What you do in any one innings can tell me that you're better than a man when we're talking about career versus career.
No, man, I get that. But hear me. You choose to say career, look at the career as a whole. If Steve Smith has 99 matches to make the highest runs in one innings just to say. So it's still a career that we're looking over. We're not talking about a man who played 10 matches and a man who played 100.
So you believe that a career high, the highest you have a higher individual score than me, is a greater index of your ability than your average over a career.
We're comparing two people who are close. All right, tell me this: do we agree that it's a good comparison between Steve Smith and Brian Lara?
Yes, I think so.
So that's already a qualification why now people are finding, okay, here are my reasons why I lean to Steve.
I think Orville is saying that. No, I think Orville is saying that the 400 argument is not a good one. I think that's the point.
Man,
it can't be as good a reason as averages over your career.
And I agree. You know why I agree, Coolant? Because I think it's LeBron James or Michael Jordan. If a man come and say, Zidane, I think we'll in a conversation, him score 100 points. You go say,
that's my point. What you do in a one game can't be a good argument when we're talking about two people career.
No. You can't just look at the career overall and say, okay, this is what.
Yeah, but what? No. Whatever. No, but I want you to get this point. Whatever argument.
I disagree. Now, I understand the point.
No, but you don't understand. I'm saying whatever arguments that you're going to be bringing into the argument to determine A better than B can't be not what happened in a one game.
No, man. If you're going to do that, then you're going to have to tell me so then Sangakkara better than Viv Richards, because that's just over a career.
No, because Sangakkara played 9 games against has 9 centuries against Bangladesh and 2 more centuries against Zimbabwe. My argument is that 9 of his 30
England, Orville, it's the same
but
thing.
This is a one-off innings, And England is one of the best teams in the world.
Before you cut me off, give me a chance, all right? Me think Lara better than Steve Smith. Give me a chance to mention a couple reasons why, eh?
Yes.
All right. I think an index of a better batsman, right, is your dominance over bowling, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think ESPN Cricket Info have some batting records, right? And I look at them and compare Steve Smith and Brian Lara. Batting records which are demonstrating dominance over bowling.
Mm-hmm.
You dismiss the highest score you ever made in a
No, I'm not. Right? I'm not dismissing it.
All right, then it's one of them, and I don't need to repeat it because it's already been mentioned. What do you think about the most runs in an over? Is that a demonstration of dominance over bowling?
It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me who. Hold on, you asked me the question.
Lara has 28 runs. Steve Smith is nowhere in that record.
It doesn't. It cannot be an index but you asked me the question. Let me answer the question, man. It cannot be an index that you can bat better than me if you can make more runs than over than me.
No, but
I am sure that Kieran Pollard can. Hold on,
Steve Smith has 99 matches to make 28 runs.
I am sure, my boss, that Kieran Pollard can make more runs in a 1 over if him really.
What about
than Brian Lara?
What about
Kieran Pollard licked 6-6 now over in a 1 day cricket.
No. What about the most runs in a day? Is that an index of dominance over bowling?
Nothing that you do in 1 innings is an index that you're better than me.
These are innings over your career. I mean, it's not just 1 innings. And again, they both qualify because they have done the body of work.
Nothing that you can do in 1 inning.
Over 200. Steve Smith is nowhere near that in most runs in a day.
No.
What about the most runs in a series? Is that an index of dominance over bowling?
No, that's a different thing now. Better argument. Because now you're talking about a series.
I started from slow and I'm getting from short term to long term now.
Well, the 1 day performances, get rid of it.
All right. So
the
we're
1.5 innings.
So we're a longer version now. We're a series, all right? And this is going to be a give and take because Lara has 798. But this is in 8 innings. Steve Smith has 774 in 7 innings. So at a better average, which is not big difference between the two, right? But if you go in a calendar year, right, it's the same because Steve Smith now has 1,400 in 25 innings. Lara has 1,374 in 19 innings at a better average. So you can see how they're edging out each other. It's close there, right?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, Steve Smith has scored, I think the only batsman to score a certain amount of runs in 4 different calendar years. But for me, it's not a
No. If you go down to their next best, it's again come down to the averages in different innings. It's close. I look at I'm only using high.
So you're saying that when you go long term now, the thing them close.
You see that it's close. If you go short term, which is dominance over your career, which is that Lara is way ahead. Lara has 9 double centuries,
No man, 9 double centuries. Hold on.
My career is not yet done,
Hold on, but Carla, you scoring 9 double centuries don't mean that you're more dominant than me. It don't mean that none at all.
Zidane, you say runs, them get paid for making up. To get both style, them get paid for make runs. If me I make more than you, I'm showing that I am capable of making more runs than you.
You scoring 9
now.
But you scoring 9 double hundreds don't mean you make more runs than me.
No, but those are indexes of showing dominance over bowling.
It's a better argument than the 400 argument.
The 9 double centuries over.
It's a better argument.
That would be amongst the most.
Batting by position.
Yeah, on the Bradman would have been.
Lara have 3 scores higher than Steve Smith at number 3, and it's the same at number 4. These are batting records we're talking about now. We're not talking about no one.
You're going to higher scores again.
That's showing dominance over bowling. So honestly, if dash with the style and the look, so I'm coming with numbers, batting records tells me.
You want to talk about
dominate bowling, and Lara is ahead.
Well, let us start. All right, Kai. I could talk about dominance. Steve Smith scored 7,000 runs in less innings than Brian Lara. Who was more dominant?
All right, never use your style now. Kumar Sangakkara, who Steve Smith just beat, scored 9,000 runs. Was Kumar Sangakkara the best batsman in the world?
That is a stats where you can work with.
But
the only thing me have against Sangakkara is the Bangladesh Zimbabwe thing.
I heard the other day trying to dismiss that in the context of cricket, that 3 innings is significant.
3 innings significant.
They realize that Lara could have, at 174 innings, Lara could have very well been 8,999 runs and get ducks 3 times. So that's why 3 innings is not that significant, Orville. So you see those long-term records that you go for, Steve Smith is not really beating out Lara by much. And we know that
he's not beating him out by much. Okay. He's not beating him out by much.
More consistent than Lara. So if you go long-term and using the average, yes, it's going to go in favor of Steve Smith. But I think dominance over bowling can be demonstrated in what you do in innings over your career, not just one game now.
If I score
your career, and we're seeing that Brian Lara has demonstrated these things.
No man, but we're not making it look like Brian Lara is a little penke from round the road.
But what I'm saying is, when we present these things, you quick to dismiss them.
No, I dismiss the one-off thing. You say if you tell me that this man has 9 double centuries, me go and work with that. If you would tell me that, but don't tell me about him score 28 and over. That don't tell me nothing about.
A long-term record. You see, it's close.
But me think it was always close. But me still think Steve better.
Yeah, but when you
as me said before, you know, we're talking about two world man and a hoop and Viv Richards we are talking about, you know. So it go close.
All right. One more thing more to know that way, right? Anytime nobody come back and talk about Steve Smith down at the non-striker and I watch bowler. What am I doing? Tell them say that don't make no sense. It doesn't count because how Lara at the batting end and making stroke plays don't count. Then Steve Smith, I watch one man from the non-striker end don't count either. That's not why Steve Smith better than Lara. So just run with that.
That's probably one of the reasons.
But me could say it's how Lara making strokes. Why one of the reasons why me thinking better.
No, Steve Smith has demonstrated the capacity to face more balls for bowler to get him out less easy.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. Let me close with this.
And to do better against every opposition that he happens to come up against.
All right, thanks for reminding me. One more step more I use, right? And this is a long-term step because, all right, we know it's a test cricket we are talking about, so I don't be quick to dismiss strike rate. But it's similar to how average, because we're talking about people who have faced a lot of deliveries over their career.
Yeah.
So a lot of games, so average, you can rely on the average to say, all right, we can reliably say Steve Smith go make 59 before he get out. Over their career in test cricket. I think what it is saying to you is that you have two men. If them both face 100 deliveries, one man go make 60 and another go make 53. That is a very telling indication of who is a better batsman.
And that man who make that 53 is probably going to make it and not get out.
Because it go have things just like average. Some days Steve Smith go and up, so just the same.
I'm saying no. I'm saying Steve Smith will probably make that 100 or 53 or that 53 of 100 balls. And Lara will make his 100 from 60 balls. 60 runs to the 100 balls. But chances are Lara will get Lara will get out easier than Steve Smith over those 100 balls.
No.
Steve Smith is more likely to hold on. Given their history, if they both are asked to bat 100 balls, Lara is more likely to get out before he faces those 100 balls than Steve Smith. Okay? Thank you very much. I rest my case. We're coming back with the next call. Yeah, I feel laugh.
Big up yourself, Coolant. Good call.
Coolant, never did I expect that one. But Coolant, me like it. Me like it, Coolant.
Cool.
But if me have a bet on them two, man, I bat 100 ball, I Steve Smith may work. Because Lara might get out before him.
So assuming the both going to face 100 ball, that's the only way to leverage it up.
No, me don't know if Lara will bat 100. Me more certain say Steve Smith will bat 100. That's all.
Cool.
All right,
cool.
Yeah, but good call, you know. Yeah, I like the call.
Yes. I will take another break. We'll come back for more.
Yeah.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Wash your hands frequently. Regularly and thoroughly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. Washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand rub kills viruses that may be on your hands.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Time for a second. Second selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Lieutenant Stitchy, Standing on Solid Rock.
After the 3 o'clock. Hallelujah. Glory to your name. Most high God, Jesus. On Christ the solid rock I stand. Oh, yo, all on the ground is sinking sand. Oh, yo. I'm in the room and will depend. Oh, yo. It's every word I will defend. Oh, yo. Jesus Christ, I'm his surgeon and my creator. My provider is my God, is my father. Deliverer and my healer, my redeemer, master, teacher, doctor, lawyer, keeper, armor, warrior, helper, and protector. I will never be ungrateful to the kingdom's side. Forever I will praise him and lift him up high. All the mercies and the love he gives to you and I. That is the reason why we live and that's why on Christ the solid rock I stand. Oh, yo. All rock upon the sinking sand. Oh, yo. I feel alone, I will depend. Oh, yo. It's every word I will defend. Oh, yo. On the streets of the hill, that's what we get to learn. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, God is still the same. Cause he put it for them up his very own name. So when the devil tempt you, don't come very hard. God say you love me, excellent. He say you love me, God, and I'm not then. He say you love me, excellent. By your word, you can be blessed and condemned. He say me follow the word, you put it up, I follow friend. I follow friend and friend, I follow round friend. Like the prodigal son, you need a hot pen. But the grace of God can rise you again. Cause Christ is on the rock I stand. Oh, yo. All on the ground is sinking sand. Oh, yo. I'll be my home and will depend. Oh, yo. It's every word I will defend. Oh, yo. Stop, rewind, pause, never cause. Listen the word I know to receive the Lord. Repent, confess, and accept the truth. Talking to the God, the Father, Mother, Holy. Hey, accept the Father, will be and pray and pray. Resist the devil and him have to run away. And renew your mind and purge your heart and cleanse your soul. And let the Holy Spirit take control. Cause I'm Christ the Son, rock I stand. Oh, yo. All on the ground, sinking sand. Oh, yo. I'm in the room and will depend. Oh, yo. It's every word I will defend. Oh, yo. Jesus Christ, I'm his surgeon and my creator. My provider is my God, is my father. Deliverer and my healer, my redeemer, master, teacher, doctor, lawyer, keeper, armor, warrior, helper, and protector.
All right, this is from Lieutenant Stitches Standing on Solid Ground, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color.
But the people are draft the highest individual score, which is what the world record is. I tell people all the while, Chris Gayle have 2 triple century in cricket. Sachin have none. Sachin, Chris Gayle can't bat like Sachin. No?
Yeah, one game performance.
About Desmond Haynes don't have a double century in a test cricket. Gillespie have a double century. Gillespie can't bat like Desmond Haynes. I don't think so. I don't want you to on a good day, upon your best day.
Yeah.
Or what we would say best day. Because I don't necessarily mean your best day either. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you have a higher individual score than me don't mean you're better than me, my boss. What is Viv Richards' highest score?
No, 170.
No, man, in a test cricket.
192?
291.
Oh, 291, yes.
Chris Gayle have 2, Viv now have none.
Oh, so Viv has never made a triple century and Chris
Gayle can't but like Viv. What? So don't tell me what your highest score is.
Yeah.
And as we see with this thing about the world record, other captains and other teams play cricket for winning. Western is at one point apparently was just playing to see how much record Lara can bro. Mm-hmm. Anyway, hello,
man.
Yeah, Emery.
Yes, man. But I'm say I try stand on the solid rock, man.
Then I must solid rock with the pan. Argument a lick man from left, right, center, man.
The last 2 call the G-Star and what the guy name?
Coolant.
Yeah, man. Two good position.
Yeah.
Question, Orville. What is it mute? Is it that both are close with Steve Smith edging out Lara? Or is it that Steve Smith is significantly better than Lara?
We're talking about 2 world man, my boss.
Yeah,
Lara is clearly a world man.
Right.
So between world man and unless your name Bradman. Because I think Bradman make the argument not close with anybody else.
Yeah, figure about Bradman. Two man.
But when you're talking about world man and world man, it always it very rarely are gonna be very far apart, you know.
So you're saying that both of them are close?
No man, Brian Lara. If a man tell us a Brian Lara and Steve Smith equal, you can't go around that. My argument is that people don't want to give Steve Smith him credit. But Brian Lara is me grieve when a man tell me say Carl Hooper can bat not all better than Viv. But Brian Lara in the world, man.
Orville, what is the mute? Is it that both are world men very close?
No. The moot is Brian Lara better than Steve Smith. That is what is called a moot.
Right.
Yes. And me think to suggest that Brian Lara is a better test match batsman than Steve Smith is wrong.
Well, I mean the record show 59, 53 that Steve Smith pretty much at this present time gonna edge Lara.
In terms of batting averages.
Yeah, batting. However, I don't agree with you in discounting the 400 because
I'm not discounting. Hey,
it can be
stop.
applied.
No, but you said, but women now say, and you continue. I am not discounting it, my boss.
No, what you're saying is that you said a while ago that individual performance doesn't really.
I never said that either. I said that.
Repeat.
I said one-off performance.
One-off performance.
Jim Laker, for example, took 19 wickets in our test match.
Yes.
When we are determining if Jim Laker is a better spinner than Mura Litteran, the fact that him take 19 wickets in our match means nothing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Orville, comes to the point I'm making. If they are close in relation to the average, I think the individual performance.
You keep going back to individual performance. I didn't.
One-off.
Tell me one-off. Don't use individual.
That's what I'm saying. I would not discount the 400 barrel.
I'm not I'm not discounting it. I'm saying it is not a great argument. It to say you better than me. What you do in a one-off thing.
No, but I am going the other way. I am saying that based on the fact that they are fairly close, 59-53, I would think that this one-off performance, 400 by Brian Lara, is still good enough to use as part of the argument. No, I'm still in the position that if it is better, you know. But I'm saying if a man comes to me and say, boy, I consider this.
No. All I'm saying to you, my boss, is that if you see, if two batsmen, for the argument to make sense, Emirates,
yeah.
That argument must be able to stand on its own. In other words, a batsman who makes 400 and another one, let us say we did not know anything else about the two batsmen. And all you hear is the man who scored 400 and the man who didn't. Is the man who scored 400 better than the other man? That means no. And if the argument cannot stand on its own like that, if it cannot be a credible argument on its own, then it is not a credible argument at all. To tell me that the man, we're comparing two batsmen. The one who scored 28 in 1 over, the other man only scored at its best 20 in an over. That on its own means nothing. You get the point I'm making?
I get the point.
If the argument cannot make sense, if when you hear the argument, it doesn't tell you anything on its own, then it means it's not no great argument, you know. If you tell me that this man has 9 double centuries and this man has 4, then you can say, hold on, no, that sounds like something we can look into.
But I go back to the point now. If two men are fairly okay, close.
Lord have mercy. And the close arguments must be like the 9 double centuries, my boy.
Yeah, better, much
better. If you tell me, say, boy, Brian scored 9 double hundred, the one-half thing where you scored 28 in our over, my boss, is a joke, something that, man.
Orville, the situation between Steve Smith and Lara, as it is right now, right? And that's why I asked the question first. They are fairly close. All right? 59, 53.
Me think Mardona, in order for you to get to me, I say, my boss, me think Mardona and Messi and Pele them in the same league. Don't tell me that Pele did score 9 goals, not 1 match somewhere, and Messi never do it yet. That don't mean nothing at all.
Yeah.
Get the point, man.
Anyway, football.
No, you understand the point I'm making.
I hear you saying.
Tell me what Pele did over his career.
All right, Jamaica boss. Jamaica versus.
No, me no want you move on until you say, I get the point, Professor.
No, me
you're not. All right, go on.
All right, Zidane, what do you think? I know Senke is not a good opponent. I mean, I counted maybe about 2 striker get to goal. 1 went to the goalkeeper, 1 went wide. Maybe about 3 shots towards goal. So he's not a good opponent. But in relation to the Reggae Boys playing, what's your analysis? Do you think it's a fairly good performance? Are just like a Brian Lara 400 on a dry pitch. It's just because of the opponent.
No, man. You can't compare the Lara 400 at the highest level with that. But we dismantle what you want good teams to do when they face weak opposing team is dismantle them, which we did. You don't want any struggles.
Right.
So you have something to build on. Whenever you see a team struggling against Minos, my boss, it means problems going forward. So when you dismiss the teams that we should dismiss like we did and could have even been more, you should be impressed.
And that's the point I'm making, because not only dismiss, but if you realize how comfortable guys were playing,
yes,
and the kind of confidence they had, like they might enjoy them game.
Yes.
Like how Man City play, like they might enjoy them game. That's the kind of thing we know our team is doing well. Right? Because I mean, I've had a discussion with a few people and I said, boy, I mean, they play against and blah blah. But I said to them, just look between the cracks and see how the team played. You understand? So the man them up front moving there like Gray. You know, Gray switching from one side to the other and, you know, doing all them things there.
Yes.
It speaks to a side that has great confidence.
Wonderful.
And a side that is being coached. You understand? So I really feel that we're doing pretty well, and boy, you know, I'm looking forward to the bigger games because I think we don't go far. Why did they take off Antonio? Was he injured or what?
No, man, I think
drop him in the mid, in the break.
No, man, I think Antonio just decided to not play anymore in the game. They have to watch his minutes. You know? Remember, say he's not as young as the others. He's 33 now, going on 30.
Okay, I was wondering if he was injured because I mean.
No, man, there's no reports of any injury.
Okay,
I'm tracking everything in relation to the team.
Good. And your guy came to the park.
Who's that?
Talked to him, Leon Bailey.
Oh yes, brilliant performance.
Know him playing like a Bailey. You understand? That's the kind of thing. Take charge of the game.
Yes.
Right. He could have gotten a goal, but it was very unselfish to pass the ball. But you know, that's really good. Another guy to watch, as I say, is a guy named Gray. I think.
Yeah, man, he's
guy from Everton.
fantastic, man.
Yeah, man, really, and he's very nimble on his feet. He realizes
Yeah,
he
man.
can, you know.
Very nippy, man. Nippy, we call him.
man.
Nippy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, looking forward to big things, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to the quarterfinals. I'm looking. It is gonna be either from 3 teams possibly: Canada, Guadeloupe, Guatemala, and the game will be on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That game will be on Sunday.
Looking forward.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Orville, watch your face.
All right, Emirates, man. But
pick up yourself.
The reason, Mr. Say you try now, but you have a little way to go.
Boss man, take it easy because it can't go either way.
No. You see, hold on.
Hold in, brother.
Me no bad with people like you who say, boy, the thing can't go either way. We can work with people like you. I think I have managed to achieve my objective. You know?
Yeah.
We can start about.
What I like, you know, it's like it's a G-Star and the other guy that came earlier.
Cool, lad.
Put them point.
Hey,
before me, man. Yeah.
The man them have one of the false rumor that them spread about me when them can't get me out.
Yeah.
Is that as soon as somebody come on the radio and agree with me and them have a war. Me and G-Star never had a war.
Exactly.
And me and Cool and never had a war. And me and you now war now.
That's what I like about the way the thing was so calm and
so
put them points together.
And them now disrespect and them now you have 1 point and me have one, and we vigorously talk about it without them and have to try disrespect.
Yeah, that's a sports game.
There you go. But not all of them can do that. Unlike you, when big argument and lick them left, right, center, some of them get personal.
Yeah.
You don't get personal. Cool and never get personal.
Big weekend ahead here, so big up the sports deck. Expect to see a lot of these people at the stadium.
Oh yeah, for the trials.
Big things are going.
Oh yes.
Come out, man.
Yeah.
And all the people, boy,
yeah, man.
All
right.
Friday and Sunday are the 2 big deals.
Yeah, all right. To see what the Stephen camp is up to this time around.
Yeah, man. Indeed. All right. Cool,
big up. Yeah. Who is there now? Sir P?
Orville.
Yeah, my boss.
Yeah. Oh, you would rate the Silva from Sri Lanka as a world class batsman?
This Aravinda the Silva?
Yeah.
Can bat, man. Can bat.
A world class batsman?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, below the Tendulkars and the Laras of this world.
Well, we rate them amongst them, you know. But anyhow.
No, man, never had that.
Yesterday, after shipping port, I myself talk a guy. What the guy named? Chris Green or Chris
Prince Green.
Yeah. Him said we must compare more eat or race. I say, if they ask what's the problem? But the jockey is an idiot. When I say him ride like a Davis, because him said, Mama Mia, and the ass come from 4. That's Princess Sharon was in front, and him get black
The ass have never stopped. The Dawkins ride the ass for the first 6 furlong for the rail, and him no want pass the ass. Dawkins said at the 4 furlong when him urge ass, the ass flatten, him no have nothing left. So the 30 and then time up, him never have nothing left in it. But anyhow, Orville,
Yeah.
you called yesterday and talk about rabbit in racing, right?
Yes.
Now,
And
there
I
is
mean,
such-
and I mean, Carl and talk about.
all right, you say, a man said something, and
Yeah.
you say, if there is rabbit in racing.
No. I said if a trainer can admit to having rabbits in me.
Yes, man, that can happen, because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You as a man who don't know racing, when I say you, I'm not talking about you as a in.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on,
Let
hold
me
on,
come back
sir.
after.
We'll take the break. We're coming.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, Mr. Yes, sir.
Orville,
Yes.
legal like Derby, right?
Mm-hmm.
The trainer have 4 horses inside. They fire in your wire. Who win the works? Zodiac win the Governor's Cup. Legal light won 1 race at 7.5 furlong. Him carry ass what was the greatest sprinter that year as a 3-year-old. And Julius Caesar. Takian was one of the that's called to the pundit them, including some senior trainer. So Takian are the best local brothers for this decade, right? And Billy Williams set on Julius Caesar upon him for the first 5 furlong.
Mr. P, wait, what is the what? Yeah. What is it that you're trying to say?
What I'm saying, the trainer used Julius Caesar as a running.
Listen, here's what I'm saying. Listen to me good, because I speak at a level sometimes that flies over.
Go ahead.
I am saying, can a trainer admit to using a horse as a rabbit? All the way you're telling me is irrelevant. Hold on, let me make the point as the host of the program. And I try getting enough reason with precision.
Yeah.
Some hate my feet, some don't. May have fans, I may have the track.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I am saying, I am not arguing whether horses are used as rabbits.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Me hear what you're saying.
Can trainers admit to using horses as rabbits?
Okay.
Now, all what you're going to tell me is irrelevant if the trainer never admitted any such thing.
Well, just a second.
Thank you.
No, if the trainer just don't come out and tell you that, and you know how the race is run, the point is, because the trainer don't tell you personally, I will say, but I'm going to use this as a rabbit.
No. Listen again. Can a trainer admit publicly, not to me or Higgins?
No, he won't admit public.
That is, so Mr. P, that is all I'm, learn to reason. Come with me at my level now.
Yeah, no,
hold on. We're not debating whether horses are used as rabbits.
If the trainer don't come public and say that, right? We can't say that is not true. But if people who knows what happened,
Mr. P,
me understand what you're saying.
Then if you understand what I'm saying, why are you arguing with me?
Let me ask you something. I asked a while ago about the silver, and I said the silver is the greatest, and the people from Sri Lanka said the Caesar better than all the top batsmen, right? And if the silver, if the skip, the man who you say is the best, say De Silva better than him, you would admit say De Silva better than him?
Mr. P.
If it come out of
Leave
the
it
artist
there.
mouth.
Leave it there. There are people out there who understand.
No, Orville, what I'm saying. Why you want to tell me, say, if the trainer don't admit and tell you that, what I'm saying, somebody have to tell you certain things for you admit if it's true or false.
All right, Mr. P. You win the argument. You kill me.
No, man, no, win, man. Answer me.
No, man, you
I
kill me.
said
You kill me. You
no,
kill me, Mr.
I
P.
said, if a man have to tell you certain, look, you believe in the Bible?
You kill me, Mr. P. You
No,
win the
no,
argument.
you believe in the Bible,
Mr.
Orville?
P, you win the argument.
No,
Because you winning.
no, I know
No,
5
that's no
minutes.
one, man.
Orville, I'm less than 5 minutes on the radio.
Yeah,
And
that is true.
You give people 5 minutes. You believe in the Bible?
Mr. P, me I give you winnings, not the argument.
No, but me ask that question. Yes, you win. Me ask that question, no, because my 5 minutes go up.
Right.
You believe in the Bible?
What does that have to do with what we
Answer
discussed?
yes or no.
I refuse to answer.
Okay. What you believe, everything what the individual tell you, that's how you believe. So if the individual don't tell you, you don't believe.
You win the argument, Mr. P.
You see, your argument recently, when people ask a question and before you
Mr.
answer,
P, all
you
I'm
go
saying,
tell
you know,
people
is that
you
I
win the
don't
argument.
think trainers should publicly say that them use horses as rabbits, because that is telling me, the punter, that the trainer never intend for this ass win. And as a man, we are by the ass them. I don't think that should be said publicly.
All right,
Whether me believe in the Bible or not believe in the Bible, that what that have to do with what me just a little while.
You say me win the argument. You don't know about any racing, so don't discuss racing with nobody because you don't know racing, right?
Okay, so I don't know about racing. That is what they do. You know?
You bring.
That is what they do. And then somebody's going to say them win the argument. Let me say it again. And Mr. P, listen now when you're a little less emotional. Because unlike a lot, Mr. P not really come for prove no point. But Mr. P think him know racing. And he knows it better than me. But what I'm arguing now is not racing, you know. It's principle. People gamble horse racing. Rabbits are sent out not to win nothing, you know. They are there to set a pace for somebody else to win. Is that something that a trainer should admit to when the rabbit is something when me can bet on? Me thinks that the only time the trainer must do that is before the race start. So me, we are going to buy it. So if the trainer are going to use us as a rabbit, that information must be available to the public before the race start. Because it will now affect how I gamble. Okay, Mr. P? That's just rational, objective, intellectual argument. Okay? But since I win, come to win the argument, you have won the argument. So. Oh, here's Badger. Here's another one. Badger, you win the argument.
Badger? Hello? Hello?
What? Wait. Okay.
Yeah, Badger. Badger the Great?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Anthony.
No, it's Badger, man.
Oh, it's Badger.
No, Badger the Great.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zidane, you'll be the referee. Him win the argument.
By the way, everybody who take on Orville from there, him say, this is the man, them just stick to point. So Orville, how disrespect you with them when them take you now?
You win the argument, Badger.
I mean, the argument too. All right,
Yeah.
cool, no problem. You said earlier on that you have picked Steve Smith because Lara would have get knocked out. Lara would have out if he face 100 bars. Out of Shiv or Lara, who would you pick to face 100 bars?
You win the argument, boss.
Zidane, who would you pick to face 100 bars? Zidane?
Brian Lara.
Brian Lara.
Yeah.
Oh, but Shiv would have knocked out more than Brian Lara.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, I will test so, isn't that?
Yes,
but I will try. I look. By the way, Jamaican public, let me say this, and let me ask Zidane this, because since I will say my argument and go like I'm a madman. Zidane, have I ever called this show and disrespect you before?
On the show, on the radio?
Yeah.
No.
Never you call and disrespect nobody on the show?
You talking about the host?
Yeah.
No, not that I can remember.
Okay, cool. So me try again now. Your turn now, right?
You win the argument, brother. I'm not telling that already, man. So we're not going to argue. Whatever your points are, I agree with them.
All right. So Dylan, I can have a discussion with you.
Yes, so you
You're
can
more
have one
sen-
with
You sound like you're more sensible than I'm on the way.
exactly.
Yeah. You say you rate Lara 153. Yeah. More than the 400, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let us look at the 153 series and the 400 series, right?
The series. What does the series have to do with the
Yeah,
153
when I look
first?
at it, these are my points and
Okay,
facts
let,
that
let,
I'm
let,
bringing
let me
to
hear
to
them.
the, to
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
Right, good. Yeah, right? So this is mean, all right? In 1998-99, Australia toured the West Indies. Yeah?
Yes.
And that was almost 4 years ago since Brian Lara broke the record, right?
That first time. Yes.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Good. In that series, Brian Lara, in the first series, first test, Brian Lara made 62 runs. First test. In the second test match, Brian Lara made 213 runs. In the third test, the innings that you all are raving about, he made 153. In the fourth test, he made 100. That you would say
Brilliant
that
against
is
in the series. One of the
Come
best
again?
series ever by a batsman. Yes.
that would say that Batman is a purple patch. You know what purple patch? Brian Lara at in 1998-99,
Yes.
that he was on fire,
Yes.
batting like crazy.
Mhm.
Boom. You understand? Let us go to now 2004,
Yes.
which is the England series. Yeah, when England tour 10 years after. In the first game, Brian Lara made 23.
10 years
Second
after.
inning-
99 versus 2004 are 10 years. I don't think 10 years after.
No, man, I'm talking about Fanning break the record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the first test, he made 23. In the second innings, he made ducks. The second game, he made 0, and he made 8 in the second inning. I know not past 50. In the third test, he made 36 and 33. The last test now, you said that this man was struggling, right, Dylan?
Yes.
Compared to the 98 series, not so?
Yes.
Struggling, right?
Yes. Yes.
In the last test, he made 400 runs. Remember now, this is 10 years after Brian Lara break the record.
Let me ask you a question because your
ask me the question.
arguments are not very strong.
You can ask me the question. You can ask me after I finish with my presentation.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Would you say that Brian Lara in the England series was struggling before he made the 400?
Yes.
Good. Would you say that Brian Lara was on a purple patch when he made the 153?
Better form leading into the 153 versus the 400.
Better form.
Yes.
Right. Good. All right. So now, Mr. Higgins, I would say a struggling batsman, 10 years older since he broke the record, right? Struggling, right, and so on, and that's 400 runs. Dead pitch upon a sea, upon glass, or whatever. A struggling batsman, yeah. Wouldn't you say that is a better feat than a 153 feet with a batsman in form?
You think it's coincidence make him come out of the struggling on the flat,
Jesus.
the flattest pitch that is flattest cricket?
All right, okay. the same ground in 1998, flat pitch.
Baggio.
Yes, sir.
You see the 153?
Yes,
no
sir.
other batsman in the second innings after test match.
It no matter. You see,
Hold on, my boss.
Hold on.
No, Baggio, you talk. No, Baggio, you talk for 2 minutes straight, you know.
Hold on.
Your point is not great.
No, they are wonderful.
No,
you are talking about a batsman who is in tip.
No, man, the farm irrelevant, my boss, determined. No, my boss. Because if it was against Zimbabwe, make the 400, it wouldn't matter.
No.
Even if he was struggling leading Baggio. If you make the 400 against Zimbabwe, you wouldn't rate it the same way, my boss.
General, we are not talking about, we're not having a debate.
But I'm saying to you, Baggio. Baggio.
Yes, sir. When the fact is in front of us, you can't go to a if no, brother.
All right, Baggio.
The fact is in front of us. He made it against
No, I'm
England.
saying to you, what you did leading up to the innings is a poor point.
What?
That can determine which innings was better.
All right, good.
What was happening before is irrelevant to determine which two. But hold on, Baggio, man. But hold on, Baggio. Let me make a 1 point, Baggio, man, in the argument, man. You can't make all of your points before we make a 1 point. I'm saying to you, we were facing the big bad Australians. Hold on, my boss, man. Best team in the world, them say. One of the greatest team of all time.
Go there.
So this big bad Australian team now, in the second innings, my boss, none of the batsmen made.
All right.
Hold on, let me make the point. I done it over 40.
All you're talking about is the brilliant form that
Hold on, my boss,
was
man.
in
No,
the
but you,
period.
man, allow the listeners to hear the brilliant point. I know you're not caring about the listeners out there.
Go.
No other, they are this War brothers, they are punting, they have they had a whoop that we used to work with here, and he was in that side as well. None of them in the second innings of that test match because of the pitch made over 40. Hold on, but you. The entire Australian team in that second innings made 146. Brian Lara scored at 153, passed the entire second innings performance on the whole Australian big team. That's how brilliant the performance was. No West Indian made over 40 in the second innings. It was a very difficult pitch to score runs on. It was a genius knock for pass. Brian Lara would have make if Brian Lara batting and batting, make 8,000 runs in that. No, Badger, your time up. Badger, your time up. No, Badger, your time. Badger, your time up, man. No, Badger, your time up, man.
In the second innings, the second test match, Brian Lara scored 230.
Big up yourself, Badger. You're dead in the war, my boss. All
right, we're coming back after the break.
Big things I've won on my Excel.
Big discount for the civil servants.
Big things I've won on my Excel.
On my Excel cause the important.
Big things I've won on my Excel.
Government work are significant.
Nurses, teachers, firemen, police, all civil servants. Big things are happening at Excel Auto Parts. 50% discounts on all your Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Honda, Mazda, Suzuki, and Subaru parts. Excel Auto, your auto parts hub. 95.5 Agni Park Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 923-2356 or 426-1769.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Tottenham has reached a verbal agreement to sign Manor Solomon. The 23-year-old is set to undergo a medical this week before signing his contract. With Spurs, the winger was at Fulham last season. He scored 5 times in 24 appearances, and Cottagers manager Marcus Silva had been keen to keep him. He joined Fulham on loan from Shakhtar Donetsk after exercising a FIFA rule allowing Ukraine-based players to suspend their contracts. That is sport in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at the Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bay West Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Who we have now? Pastor Anthony. We see Anthony there. Good afternoon, Anthony.
Hello?
Yeah, no, this sounds like Leon.
Yeah, man, I know Anthony.
Yeah, good afternoon, Leon. Leon.
Yeah, man, Leon. Yeah, man, big up on yourself. Big up Redland. Yeah, man. Yeah, little cricket, little football.
Yes.
Zidane, football first. What was the consensus around the Jamaica Central game? I'm watching one. Never seen none of
It was a dominant performance from the Jamaica. And from Jamaica. While we understand that the St. Kitts and Nevis team is not a great team, we showed that we are ahead of them. There was no struggles really.
Well, we were way ahead of St. Kitts, but the dominant something them, me not see it, you know.
You watch the game?
Yeah, man.
No, we were comfortable in the game, man. Even the midfield.
Yes, man. But I St. Kitts.
Yeah, but we dominated St. Kitts. That's what I said.
How the middle look?
Against St. Kitts?
No, me not
No, if you're talking about an out-and-out creative midfield with a cutting edge in the middle of the park, that doesn't exist right now in this squad.
But we are all right. Oh, I don't want to say poor players, but
Daniel Johnson can play a
you
role
want to
in
be a brilliant. You don't need even one because what we need, what me I look for was the synergy between the players in the middle. Me I look for someone to me not see that in the middle. Me attack. Me see the wing player. Because most of them say at the wing.
But that's the type of football he wants to play. He wants to utilize. Yeah. The strong players generally are in the two most.
We can 1-2. When the player them.
Say them see we knock the ball around, my boss man. Where you watch?
I don't know. I think we
were
knock the ball around.
No man, I wanted the better game we played.
Yes,
exactly the thing we are.
Yeah, I don't know what he was watching. Move the ball around nicely.
Yes, Orville.
I am saying knocking the ball around, keeping possession, running into space is one of the better games we have played in years.
On the wing.
No, on the football field.
And then Gray, even Leon Bailey too. But Leon Bailey put him. Gray, he beat the man. Them. He might do this right through the game. Beat the man first time. We seen the cross, man. He might beat the man again, you know.
Well,
you not see that?
No, I not see that all the time. I see it 1 and 2 times for true, but generally speaking, I think Gray has been one of our
man. And we do have any misses. We do have any misses out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have the players going to play well and going to make some mistakes.
And they have Bowser in the middle. Big bossing.
Bowser struggle, my boss.
Yeah. You can't, to me, you know, Bowser was trying too hard.
Yeah, because he has been struggling.
Sometimes he might shoot, and you see him power it instead of, yeah, so that's the thing, you know. Him tell Van Dijk, when tell Van Dijk, say get the ball on target. The first thing to do is get it on target. Power, placement, come secondary. Get it on target.
Mm-hmm.
And him now get the ball on target. Bowser that.
Yeah, not at all. Correct. I agree with that.
So, he must try too hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, another thing. Look at football again. The other day, Orville.
Yeah.
He had a rough week last week, you know.
Who had a rough week?
You.
Me?
Yeah, man. They lick your foot.
Of course, and kill me, that's all.
But they had a lot. Peer laugh, they laugh.
No. Up your way, them say me dead, Panarida, that's all.
Man, I talk about myself.
No, me no. So, them kill me, right?
No, what happened?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I will make a statement. Even though never make a logical statement, you know.
Which logical statement?
After that, now, I listen. I will with him in logical thing there, but others. You hear the man.
Which one?
So, anyway, a G-Star me here mash up, you know.
G-Star kill.
No.
Yeah.
Stop about kill, man. Too much killing going on.
All right, G-Star mash me. You're not going
to
Yeah.
You must say, all right, you must say, you said Michael Antonio had a better game. I think it was against TNT.
Listen what I said. It could be argued.
Right.
Now, it could be argued is not the same thing as saying he is. But that is my understanding of how the English language works.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how you understand it.
Yeah, man. Semantic. Very nice.
Not semantic. He's not definitively saying he thought he was the best player.
I'm saying it could be argued. Where in that did I say Antonio was the best player?
I think Andrea scored 2 goals.
Yeah, man. So he's not definitively saying Mikel Antonio had the best game for the German.
No, but Leon's grasp of the thing.
It's two different things, man.
Leon.
Yeah, man, move on because it's too completely different.
It could be argued. It's not the same thing as saying Antonio was the best.
Right. So it could be argued the better thing.
It could be argued.
Gray scored 2 goals. Okay?
It could be argued that Gray was the best player. Here you go. Hold on. It could be argued that Gray has been the best player.
I'm the witness. No, but
I want you to kill me better than how you try to kill me. No.
Nah, kill you.
No, why you try to mash me up by saying what I said though? Because if you're gonna mash me up, you have to mash me up on what I say, I mean, I try to help you to mash me up. No, man, no, why you mash me up better than how you mash me up? No, you can't mash me up with what I never said.
You want to take it better. You don't want the substantive fine come out.
No, you said. No, I never said what you said. I said so. You can't mash me up.
So no.
Okay.
You said the same thing happened, the same gameplay over 100 games. You're gonna say that Gray had a better career?
Your original.
May I ask the question, man? He said no. He said the conditions would change. You're not going to have the same situation every
Thank you
game.
very much.
He did address that.
But I'm sure you're going to say you match me up as well, right?
The question was asked, man. He did address that. You won't have the same situation.
Somebody listen to you now and I say, yeah, match me up, you know. You know that, right? First, I say what me never said. And second, me address questions.
It's all right.
But you match me up.
No, man, you have 4 hours 15 and I move the goalpost. Okay, so I move my waist, man.
Yes.
So anyway, Sanakara have every chance.
Yeah.
One Sanakara the average is by 6. But Viv Richards now, when you talk about he had 9 centuries against Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. You don't want to tell how much time. You must tell how much him average against Bangladesh and Zimbabwe.
I could work it out. No, I didn't know. 80 against one and I think 90 against the other.
80 vis-a-vis 67 average. You know much remove. So therefore.
Hold on.
Yep.
Where you just select make your argument and make it.
It's not far removed from a 67 average.
He doesn't average 67, by the way. You have to be precise when you attack to me.
50, how much about 57, right?
Right. But he averages.
So
hold on. He averages 57 overall. But he averages 80 and almost 90 between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. Scoring 9 of his 30.
Are these the countries that him average the most games?
After those in play, I would think so. But for me, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe were so weak.
But you can't come tell about the amount of centuries. What you must tell
average. But I'm telling you, he averaged 80 and I think 90 against them, or at least 80 against the one. And that is and
but that, when you talk about it, don't talk about the average.
All right, so he averaged. All right, let me see if I can find it.
It doesn't matter.
Let me see if I can find it. He averaged 80 against them two countries. Where Viv. In a Viv time, Viv not played them local side.
They were small side when Viv played, man. They were weak side.
Not like with Zimbabwe.
Every era, India was relatively weak.
No, my boss. At the time,
Zimbabwe and Bangladesh never declared to them cast against somebody.
Viv Richards never had to play no team as weak as
that. Yes, man.
Mr. Zimbabwe and Bangladesh were weaker than India, my boss.
It's actually 89.
Yeah, 89 and 95. There you
95 against Bangladesh. Between Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe and Bangladesh, for instance, was probably closer than the
40 against England.
Boss man, when Viv Richard made his debut in Test cricket, you see, he made it against India. In India. Viv Richard's score in his
Michael Olin averaged more than him.
In what?
Coming out of the series. Yeah, man.
In which series?
I think the India series.
No, man, don't think, man. Just ask me, no, man. I'm going to tell you, man. Remember, you mash me up, but I'm going to tell you what the facts are.
Record, you know.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what the facts are.
You're not a genius to look.
I'm going to give you the facts so you can use them to mash me up.
The analysis.
But in order to have analysis, you have to know what the facts
are. I'm scoring a big score in the last test.
You were saying India was no great side when Viv faced them. I'm saying the Indian bowling. When Viv just faced the Indian bowling in him first test, 1974.
Yeah, man. You're telling me the name then now.
Viv, no, I'm not going to tell you no name. Viv Richards.
When the man then get the name against,
I didn't give you no names, my boss. I didn't give you no names. What is wrong with you? May I help you if I mash me up? Viv Richards scored 3 and 4 in his first test match. Our brother named Chandra Shekhar Likime. Our Betty are one of them, man. Viv Richards at the end of that first test said, boy, test cricket too hard. Clive Lloyd came to him and said, Viv, don't be disheartened. And Viv make 190. Viv himself in that series.
At the last test, he met the 190. I mean, one story now.
It is not the last, big man.
What is the history?
It is not the last test that he made the 100 and that, man. Stop arguing with me, no, man. May I help you if you mash me up?
You have to argue fact.
It is not the last test he made the 192. Stop it, no, man.
We can argue fact there.
But you're mash me up with some wrong facts, my boss. Just work with me, no, man. I don't know this more, you, man.
God, man, you get deep last week. I don't know the lecture, but anyway.
Yeah, man, you kill me. You have to know you have to get the facts when you kill me.
Yeah.
All right.
We take a break. Yeah, we take a break, Anthony, and the others don't move. We're coming back.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Livingston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
This is your television and radio preacher, Bishop Dr. G.G. Cooper, asking you to join me on KLAS Omega Radio 89.1, 89.9 every Sunday at 6 p.m. for revival time. Enjoy 60 minutes of old-fashioned, Holy Ghost anointed, yoke destroying, burden removing, praise, celebration.
You're listening to The Scoreboard on Jamaica's #1.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Anthony now.
Anthony.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
All right, Zidane, Orville. Both of you guys agree that Steve Smith is better than Lara.
No, Zidane, I'm going with Brian.
Zidane going with Brian. All right, so Orville, you have the opinion that Steve is better.
Yeah.
All right, so I can confirm that. And the basis of you saying that would be the average.
That's one of the reasons, one of my stronger reasons.
No, is it one of the stronger reasons?
Yes.
All right, so it's one off. All right, cool. Do you believe that they're close?
I believe that in any discussion about two world greats,
close, man. I'm not complicated.
it is
close, in your opinion,
relatively close.
All right, relatively close. So we can agree on that.
Yes.
All right, so your average. Do you have any other reasons, or maybe do you have another 2 or 3 reasons?
Yes.
Apart from the average that you would rate him above Lara?
Yes. His ability to convert 50s into 100s.
Convert 50 to 100.
He's better at that than Brian Lara.
Yeah, man.
His ability to perform against every single opposition that he's faced.
All opposition.
He's better at that than Lara.
And I'll give me a third one. So just,
no man, a 3, you just get to know. His average is 1.
It's a 50 convert. No, man, no.
Different from the average.
Yeah.
His ability to not get out.
Not get out.
The fact that he's more difficult to dislodge from the crease than Brian.
Man, I understand.
That's 4. 5. He's.
No, man, I just asked the trick. I remember so.
So we are. You want 4? Me could have give you about 8, you know, but work with them 4.
No, man, that's why I'm asking for your other 3 best ones.
All right, go on.
Are your 3 best ones?
No, you never asked me for my 3 best ones. You know? You just ask for 3 more and you get them.
All right, you consider them 3 that your best, or you have one better than them 3 where you give me?
May have some more, man. May not decide which better than which yet, but them 3
there. We have conversation, because then you have to say, no. We have to argue about what we know about it.
No, man, but those 3 are great reasons.
Right,
his ability to rack up runs quicker per innings than Brad. 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, them something.
All right.
That's one more. So, and you want another good one? The ICC, when they were determining batsmen's rankings in terms of how their peak as batsmen, how many points them can get, when them take everything into consideration, Steve Smith is the best batsman in the world who is alive in terms of ICC ranking. Brian Lara not even in the top 20. So let us say those are 6 of my better reasons.
All right. We'll work with the 3 where they get. All right. So in terms of the average, what weight to give the average?
50.
50.
Yeah.
All right. And them relatively close. So we can say them pretty much squits out there. So all right.
No, they're not squits out. Half of the reason why I think Steve Smith better than Lara is he has a significantly higher average.
All right, so that's a half of it, but the average pretty much close. Right?
No, man, the average not close, man. 52.7 different from 59. It's a world that is like 9.8 and 9.6 in a sprinting. Not close about that.
All right, so I could get into it.
Yeah.
So the basics, I'll leave it on. I would up on the same place. I think Clara better. I'm not gonna tell you why. I'll give you some reasons why, right?
Make them quick, yeah.
I'll try and make them quick. You play cricket, right?
Yeah, man.
The
sound like maybe you play what? Senior Cup.
I played
Oh.
parish cricket and high school cricket.
All right. How much you rate scoreboard pressure?
A lot.
Would you say that most of these great batsmen, and even Stephen Smith, Lara face way the level of scoreboard pressure with Steve and Lara face not comparable?
I would agree that Lara would have faced more pressure than most.
A lot more. May I work with a lot?
I would agree that Lara would face a lot more scoreboard pressure
Alright.
than. Hold on, me not done. Me not done. You know, remember me this. He would face a. Oh, you kill me.
No, me not say me kill him. I just want to tick off certain things. Man.
No. But I don't think he faced more pressure than anybody else in the last half of his career.
I say scoreboard pressure. I say with Steve and Lara. I would have said Lara faced way more scoreboard pressure.
How much percent scoreboard pressure meaning his importance to his team? How much runs the team got?
Not just that alone, but the mere fact that every time you look Orville, would they be
How much runs? What percent of West Indies innings do you think Lara contribute vis-a-vis Steve Smith to Australia?
I don't want to think. We just want to argue about some things.
No, but if one of your strong arguments is scoreboard pressure, which means what you are making relative to what the other members of your team are making.
No, it's not that. It's not that I mean by scoreboard pressure.
What is scoreboard pressure?
In terms of, for example, how much pressure you under on the score. For example,
No, but scoreboard.
Hold on, I'm going to explain to them, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, a lot of the times, West Indies 20 for 3.
No, but no, what you're doing now, my boss is giving me Anthony. What you're doing now is plugging figures out of a hat. That when Lara. No, but you're telling me that when him come Lara the 20 for 3, that is just you are use.
No, but Orville,
I am giving you an actual number now, my boss.
A general principle,
No. No, big man, may I help you for mash me up? Here are your reasons.
No, let's mash up thing now, man.
I am helping you for the discussion to sound better. Don't tell me that when Lara come the score is 20 for 3. You lose me. Because that is not true. That is just a figure where you pick out of your head. So if you want to continue to say, when him at 20 for 3, when him come and Steve come at 41 for 2, you're going to lose me because I can't argue like that. You have to give me actual numbers if you want to mash me up.
Yeah, we can come back to that. But
well. So give me a different point. Don't give me that point.
No, but what I'm saying from a general principle.
And I'm telling you the best argument you can use for general principle in terms of scoreboard pressure is how many runs was Lara making relative to what the team are making. And how many runs is Steve Smith making relative to what Australia make?
Professor, more argue my point. So the second thing more.
Okay, so you run left that first point.
No, yes. Not leave not. The second thing, and Zidane follow the argument. The batsmen, right? What Lara play with, the quality of batsmen throughout these years. They have Steve Smith to play with, a one, maybe an average high 40 close to 50. When I look at it now, the little youth will come on number 3.
So Lara played with better batsmen. That's what you're saying.
No, Smith is.
Oh, Steve Smith played with better batsmen. You can't just ask me. I just agree with you.
Oh man,
no, I'm trying to get you to make the point within the 5 minutes we have.
So 30. That's a 30. See?
Yes.
And another point I'm going to argue. Steve Smith never faced one of the best bowling lineups in his time.
Agreed.
So that's on that?
Yeah, man, I agree.
All right. So, and then I have to look for it. So, those are
neither did Viv Richards, by the way. Just for the record.
About Lara and Steve Orville.
I agree with you.
We are compared. So, two people were compared. So when you look at it, then Lara bat with rock. We're always under pressure. Lara have very little help compared to a Steve Smith who have bat with a range of batsmen who average 50s and 60s.
Nobody on Steve Smith's team is averaging 60s consistently. Not do that.
How much Labuschagne average?
Not 60s. He has touched it at times, but he's not a regular. Not even Steve Smith regularly. Because right now he dropped below 60. So to say he's batting with batsmen who are averaging 50s and 60s is flawed. Here what you have to do, my boss. You see, anytime you come, your argument them not tight enough. Too much loophole.
About tight and whatever. Let me just finish off with this, right?
Yeah.
Lara have a great appetite for big total.
Agreed.
Lara again in terms of, and when you look on, because me have it based on average, more than them close. When I look on greatness, right? I would rank Lara series down in Sri Lanka, and I would also add Lara series here, the 2-2 series versus Australia, and maybe I would have put them down there as maybe if you rank series performance by a batsman.
Yeah.
I don't think Steve Smith have anything to look like that. And when I look on Orville is the opposition when I play against. Opposition. Okay. Lara is average. Lara best average. Because I'm not count Zimbabwe where I want to see when I have of 80 something and 2 innings. Lara average 51 Orville against Australia. Glenn McGrath.
No, but make we talk about Lord Jesus, you just said something. Give me a chance to counteract your argument when I stand up.
Yeah.
Do you know what Steve Smith's best series is in terms of runs? No, you don't know.
Steve score only for runs when I talk about opposition.
But do you know what Steve Smith has done against England and against India in our series? Both teams who are better than Sri Lanka. You don't know. Then how are you going to argue that Lara's runs in Sri Lanka better than what Steve Smith?
I can argue.
You don't have the facts to be talking like that, big man.
No, because what I'm looking at Orville is the opposition.
I'm saying, do you agree that India and England are better than Sri Lanka?
India and England are better than Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Bowlers.
Bowlers. India and England have better bowlers than the Sri Lankan bowlers as a bowling unit. Especially in England. Do we agree?
It would be close, but this is why I would say Sri Lanka, Orville, right?
You believe that batting against Sri Lanka with Mura Litteran as their only world bowler is more difficult than scoring runs in England against Anderson and Brad?
You had Vaz, Orville.
Well, I disagree with you, man.
And how much, apart from Lara down in Sri Lanka where they make the 600 odd runs, which other batsman in that series average 35 or even
No. I'm challenging your argument that Lara's 600 odd runs in Sri Lanka was more difficult than Steve Smith's 700 odd runs against England in England. I'm challenging that.
More difficult because I never have no help, Orville.
No, but not having no help no means that the bowling was more difficult. That you did I say no. I'm challenging that, sir. I'm challenging that. I'm challenging that as well when Steve Smith went to India and scored 3 centuries and averaged 90 odd with Ashwin and Jadeja and them something.
That bowling not as good as Glenn Gillespie and Shane Warne.
No. You notice, me never say Australia. I'm challenging your Sri Lankan argument. Your argument, them not sound enough for contest me, but I like the fact that you're trying. And
the last thing I'm going to leave you with Orville, because you're a cricketer. You say Orville, when Lara...
Give me 30 seconds. I'll ask you one more.
30 seconds, Zidane. It's when Lara play, when I talk about the amount of pressure you play against. When you're playing against West Indies, you're always able to have feelers in more attacking options. The rest of the team not good.
All right. There's some element of common sense and truth about that. So your final point is not bad. Call earlier tomorrow and we can go through them. You're not bad. You have potential. Okay? Him not a bad card.
Big up Anthony. Call us again tomorrow.
You're trying, Anthony, but you have some ways to go. One last one. Hello.
When you struggle with call, I just stay for 13 minutes.
Jesus,
so when you win an argument, you cut and clear and the next call at 13 minutes, I struggle.
All right, in kill me, no joke.
I'm not a killing thing with
and mash me up, right?
Well, here's my thing. That's one I think I got adjust. I don't even think now. 2 minutes, I don't even get to touch my point space and know you all out the thing. But here we go on. Zidane, big up yourself, in general.
Big up.
Orville, big up yourself.
Why yes?
The program at Orville, the sport there. 1 to 10, how much you rate the program?
Minimum. Me have a rating, you tell me.
2 to 10, how much you rate the callers?
In terms of what?
Oh, you rate the callers? 1 to 10. Callers and the whole, all of the callers. Everybody in our pool.
I'd have to think about it.
Because I look on the thing, but instead of program,
yeah.
I don't know if it make you popular. I don't know. Maybe we say it and you say no, you'll find something else. Even if but it's the program. You're part of me like that. I say, but you call the program. I say, do I chat to a man? You say, yeah, do I chat to a brethren? You tell do I
no,
chat
I never no, but don't stop. So we don't have to tighter within the reason. I never tell nobody to me and do it a brethren.
Yeah, but you say, do I chat to is not a man who come for like he's not a man.
That is what I said. He doesn't come to disrespect me.
Yeah. But when him call, all I reason with him, all I reason with what if Badger call one day and say, yo, you know, I'm going to talk about some basketball or some whatever, and he might go down a line. But would I love for you reason, man, to have you more reason with it.
No. Badger's aim is for come to kill me. I'm just give him winnings.
But you keep on and say him win, but Badger saying that, but Badger talk to him, no, him not come to kill him.
But that is what, that is what Badger come to tell you. But me, the whole we know better than that.
Avil, the program will lose its sheen, man. That's the reason they call them, no, man.
Listen, man. The program will lose its sheen to who? To you? It now lose its sheen.
To everybody, Avil, man.
As far as the best the program ever sound since Mr. Argue with sir.
Avil, me in the streets and everything.
Tell him, man, I'm in the streets for call me and tell me what you are saying. Me not take your word.
I represent them, man. I represent them and I'm the big
I say, tell them to call me and say, because me give Badger your winnings, the program will lose sheen. Them for call me and tell me that.
Big up on yourself.
Yeah. Me not take your word feed, say, because me give Badger your winnings, the program will lose sheen. Lose sheen. And that the public want hear, say, the man then kill me.
No, man. You're afraid about you, man.
All right. Like how I'm afraid about you.
Yeah, man, I said that you want here.
Then the program now, the program will lose sheen now. No, understand.
Anyway,
the program is still shining when we have people like Shipping Port who calls. Very good caller, Shipping Port. And we're trying to talk to us.
All right, big up. Thanks to all the people who took time to listen and call us and join us. Big up Pastor Height, technical operator. Big up Kat Anderson, who was in the technical chair as well. Big up to the listeners. Big up to the callers. Join us tomorrow, same place, same time, all over again. Until then, have yourselves a great evening.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.